Mart's been serving the River Valley since 1983 and still going strong. Visit 1808 South Arkansas Avenue or 106 Weir Road in Russellville. Chicken Mart, your chicken and more store.
At Union Bank, we're more than a place to keep your money. We're your friends and neighbors. Sure, we've got checking and savings and digital banking with all the bells and whistles. So what really sets us apart? We know your name, not just an account number. And we're focused on serving you and our community because just like you, we call this home too. We invite you to discover the Union Way, where relationships matter. Visit us online at gounion.bank. Union Bank, member FDIC.
Why trust River Valley Tinting and Glass? Well, River Valley Tinting and Glass is a family-owned business, and they take care of their customers like family too. So remember, your local auto, residential, and commercial glass and tinting company, River Valley Tinting and Glass. Check out their work on Facebook or call 890-5839 to get an estimate. Or you could always come by 2202 East 2nd Street to see all they can do for you. From a business you can trust, River Valley Tinting and Glass.
Welcome back. The game before us has finished, and so we're on to get ready for Lady Cyclone basketball. Again, we're about 15, 20 minutes behind schedule. We've been on schedule throughout this whole tournament, so Monday, Tuesday, so I guess shouldn't be too upset about being a little bit behind, especially when we get to watch a great game like the one before us, the Conway boys defeating Little Rock Mills 67-52. As we look, both these teams coming into the Classic, the final day of the Classic, at 2-0. The Lady Cyclones victorious over Jacksonville and Lincoln. Pottsville defeated Lincoln and Stuttgart. The Lady Cyclones coming into the game 6-7 on the season. And with two victories here against Jacksonville, they beat them 57-52. Easily defeated Lincoln 61-20. Pottsville beat Lincoln on day one 57-25, and then beat Stuttgart yesterday 67-53. You never can compare scores, but sometimes that's all you can really do. Like, okay, did they play the same teams? How did they do against those teams? Both teams actually played Greenbrier. You know, can we compare scores on that? That's so tough to do. They did, and both teams lost to Greenbrier. So how do you just dissect that? You really can't. Pottsville coming into this game 7-5. Some of their bigger losses were they lost to Greenbrier by 9 points, lost to Alma. That's a conference game for Russellville. But they beat Watson Chapel a couple of times, beat Jacksonville, who Russellville beat earlier in this tournament, beat Dirks, who's a really good team, by 1 point, coached by Will Stewart, who used to be the girls' coach here at Russellville. It's funny how people come up and talk to you, even though you're sitting here with a headset on talking on the air, and they come start asking you questions. That you got to be multitasking, things like that. You never really can compare. The best way to do it is just play the game, and so that's what we're getting ready for tonight. I'm Mickey Duval. My color man tonight is Aaron Duval. Media team is Chase Canfield. He's got the live stream going on Cyclone Booth YouTube. Our engineer here on KCJC is Stephen Berry. We're getting ready for some high school girls basketball. And what do you think about the game tonight?
Well, I think the big thing that Russellville has to do is cut back on their turnovers. We did last night. I was looking here, and I think we had 10 altogether. It has been up in the 20s, whereas we created 23 turnovers. But if we can keep that 10 and under on turnovers, because that's just a missed opportunity of scoring. Hit our free throws. We did last night, 13 of 16, as I said earlier, and work the ball on the inside and score. Anytime we bring the ball down, work the ball on the inside, we need to score, go for the defensive rebounds. I think that's going to be the key, but really the turnovers is the main thing.
Yeah, taking care of the basketball. That's something that we noticed last night that Russellville really did a good job on. I remember you telling me, like in the early first quarter, we had caused 8 turnovers, and that's always a recipe for some good things to happen. The Lady Cyclones have played some very tough competition, so their record is very deceiving. When you look at, of course, they went to West Memphis, played a couple of games there, actually played very well at West Memphis, defeating West Memphis on their home floor, beating Little Rock Hall. They took a loss to Arkadelphia, but coming in to this game tonight, they've won 4 of their last 5 and really playing some really good basketball. And even when she's not the leading scorer, it all goes through Jasmine Garcia. She's playing very well for the Lady Cyclones, averaging 14 points a game. That average could be higher, but the last few games, people have really keyed on her. Arkadelphia held her to 7 points. West Memphis held her to 9. Greenbrier, 8 points. She has not been scoring as much as she has been in the previous games. Only one of the last 4 games has she been over double digits, but the Lady Cyclones are winning. And that's not because, the key is to have her not score as much. She's been creating shots for other people. And hang on a second, I'm on the air. Sorry, hang on a second. So that's been the key, is she's been creating other shots for other people.
Well, and the other thing is Harrison, number 10, playing the post. She has really, in last night's game, she really worked the inside very well, hitting some shots, getting some rebounds, taking the ball back up. And I've said it before during the game, the thing about her, she's not putting the ball on the floor. She's taking it directly up and scoring.
The Lady Cyclones, coached by LaShonta Johnson. She's in her 3rd season here at Russellville. This is the first head coaching job she's had. She is was an assistant at Conway, graduated from Conway, played at the UCA for the Lady Bears there, and was assistant at Conway before Russellville hired her. Chance Johnson is the head coach for Pottsville. This is his 2nd stint as the head coach for the Lady Apaches. He came to Pottsville in, I believe, 07-08, coached for about 10 years, was the co-athletic director with Brian Russ before becoming full-time athletic director in 2018. Had stepped away from girls basketball before coming back, and he took that back over, I believe, in February. It was in the middle of season 2024. I believe it was in February 2024. It was a rough year for the Lady Apaches. They went 9-15, did not make the state tournament. Turned it around very quickly, though. Last year, won 17 games, lost in the first round of state to the Queen, 69-45. But that's their 2nd state appearance in the last 4 years, and he's a good coach, really good X's and O's coach, and he turned it around and has them playing pretty well here as they're 7-5 entering this game. We're a couple minutes away from the Star Spangled Banner, and they're going to do all that festivities along with the starting lineup. So we're going to hold it here for a couple more minutes and then take an extended break for them to do the national anthem, Pledge of Allegiance, and the moment of silence. Talk to you a little bit more about this matchup and Coach Johnson. We mentioned that he had taken over, back over the program. He is a graduate of Clinton, also graduated from Arkansas Tech, so well familiar with the area. Again, his 2nd stint here at Pottsville, and really has had a lot of success his first time and his 2nd time here. Now, this is always a big matchup when it happens. It always seems to happen, if it happens, in the Hoops for Hunger tournament. Pottsville defeated Russellville back in 2017 and 18. It was back in 2017 they won the game here at the Hoops for Hunger tournament, 69-61. Since then, Russellville has won the last 4, and all with 4 different coaches when you look at it. In 2018, beat Pottsville at the Hoops for Hunger tournament. With Sherry White was the coach. In 2021, Russellville won 53-46. Jay Kale was the coach. Will Stewart, who coaches at Dirks right now, he beat Pottsville as the head coach of Lady Cyclones in 2022. That was a 55-42 victory. And then in 2024, Russellville won under Coach LaShonta Johnson, her first year. I guess her 2nd year. Russellville won that game 60-44. I mentioned that because looking across the way, I see a Hall of Fame member from the Lady Cyclones, a couple of players for Russellville that played in that game, including Brenna Burke, who's the Hall of Fame member for Russellville, and she's currently playing at UALR. We're going to pause right now as they're getting ready to do the Pledge of Allegiance and the national anthem. Then we'll come back with the starting lineups and a tip-off. It's Russellville Lady Cyclone basketball as they're hosting Pottsville here at Cyclone Arena, the Hoops for Hunger tournament. This is Lady Cyclone basketball on the EAB Sports Network.
It's John.
We welcome you back to Cyclone Arena for tonight's Hoops for Hunger matchup, pitting the Lady Apaches of Pottsville against your Russellville Lady Cyclones. Introducing this evening, Senior Cyclone Aubrey Williams to perform our national anthem. We ask now that you please stand and remove your hats as we honor America.
You see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last
Russellville Senior, Audrey Williams. It's now my pleasure to introduce to you the starting lineups for tonight's contest. First, the visitors from Pottsville. A senior, number 2, Marlo Hollis. A senior, number 10, Jalexa Hayes. A junior, number 20, Addie Cox. A sophomore, number 21, Brooklyn Field. And a sophomore, number 33,
or 2.99% for up to 72 months on 2025 Chevrolet Silverado. Silverado Autoplex, we want your vehicle and we're willing to pay for it. Bring us your car today and leave with cash in hand. Come see us today at Silverado Autoplex, Russellville.
Welcome back to Cyclone Arena, and Pottsville getting introduced there. So we're waiting. The Lady Cyclones about to get introduced. They have the hype video here that they show on all 4 screens here. If you've never been to the arena, we got there's a big scoreboard in the middle, and they have 4, I guess, jumbotron type things, and they show the hype video before they do the introductions. But we'll give you Pottsville. They were announced to number 2, Marlo Hollis, number 10, Jalexa Hayes. She's a senior. Junior, number 20, Addie Cox. Number 21, sophomore, Brooklyn Fields. And number 33, Bo Melder. She's a sophomore. Again, they're coached by Chance Johnson, 7-5 on the season, winning their last 2 games over Lincoln and Stuttgart. For the Lady Cyclones, they're going to start off with junior number 3, Chloe Gardner. Number 5, Jasmine Garcia, who's a junior. Tough to say that she's a junior because she started playing up on the high school team with significant time as a 9th grader, so it feels like she's been here for 10 years. But she's just a junior, so even one more year after this year. Lizzie Harrison, number 10, she's a senior. I believe, checking to make sure, McKinley Walls, number 14. And then number 15, Kyra White. She's a senior. So even though you got a couple seniors starting, still a lot of youth on this team for Coach LaShanta Johnson. Remember her first year, she had a fantastic year, 23 wins her first season, only lost 7, only lost 2 games in conference, winning conference. And I tell you, but she lost a good part of her team since then, and since then been rebuilding. Last year, 8-22 overall, 3-11 in conference. It feels like she's continuing to build this team, and having to only have 10 girls on the roster. Yesterday played all 10. A lot of times she'll play 8-9 kids a night, depending on how the game goes. Lady Cyclones in their home white uniforms with red trim, Pottsville in their road black with gold and white trim. The Lady Cyclones will win the opening tip. We welcome you if you're joining us on Cyclone Booth YouTube page, Cyclone Booth, YouTube page, or if you're listening to us on KCJC 102.3. We are so glad you're here. If you're watching us on the YouTube channel, please click subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. It just ups our numbers and helps us in the long run. We don't get paid or anything for it. It just helps our brand here. We're going to go inside. Turnaround jumper is going to miss by Jasmine, but she's going to the free throw line. You put one hand, they put 2 hands on the back. A lot of times that will draw the foul, and that's what happened with Brooklyn Fields, the sophomore picking up her first personal foul. And Jasmine going to the free throw line here. Missed the first. Jasmine coming into the game 63% on the season. That's her 55th free throw on the year.
You know, she's good at driving the basket, getting into that lane, and then just taking that up as a jump shot.
She missed both there, and Pottsville gets the rebound, and Jasmine will commit the foul. Her first personal. She's somebody that Russellville does not need to get in foul trouble. You know, even when she played up as a 9th grader, that's been her game, to slice her way to the basket. She can hit the outside jumper, but she is not timid at all, and she's only gotten better with that. There's a reach in and a steal by Jasmine Garcia. That's why she's so good. Oh, watch. Did you see how she did not stand up? Was on her knees, knew if she stood up that was going to be traveling, got the pass off to Kyra White. They go inside. Missing the turnaround jumper is Lizzie Harrison. The Lady Apaches with the rebound. We have no score 1 minute into this game. On the right side is Brooklyn Fields. Left-handed pass coming to Addie Cox. They'll try left side with Hayes. Errant pass in the middle, loose basketball. Let's see. Who's the foul gone? Well, I hate these fouls on loose basketball. It always punishes both people for going for the foul. Who got it? Russellville got it. That'll be on Kyra White, her first, and the team's second. when there's no clear possession. That's always tough. You're going to punish somebody when two people are going for the basketball. In the corner is Brooklyn Fields. She'll get it up top once again to Addie Cox, the junior. Lady Cyclones are overplaying man-to-man defense, sinking back in the corner. Jumping out, Hollis. Here's a steal by McKinley Walls. Bumped a little bit. Here comes the trap. They back off of it. They give it over to Jasmine Garcia. She'll pull up from 15. Missed that one. Rebound, Pottsville. 6.5 to go. Early going. We have no score. Pottsville yet to get a shot off.
Right now, Pottsville's limiting us to one shot. We've got to get some offensive rebounds. Get this offense going.
At the top, they're driving down right side, throwing up a wild shot. It's going to be out of bounds, and they say it's off Russellville. If so, that means it was a blocked shot. I didn't see it, but I guess we can credit it to Kyra White. She was there. It definitely wasn't a pass. It went underneath the backboard. 6:14 left to play first quarter. Inbounds pass, a little too tall for Fields, but she's able to chase it down at the top of the key. Left side, Cox will launch the three. That one's short, going for her own rebound, and she almost knocked it out of the hands of her teammate Hollis. Russellville got it. They throw it away, pull-up jumper from 5 feet. They missed that one. Hayes missed it, and Jasmine Garcia gets the rebound, and she's going to be fouled by Jalexa Hayes. Maybe a little frustration there because she missed one from 5 feet in. That's her first and the team's second. Both teams have to feel like nothing's going in the first going. It's just 2 minutes in, but both teams getting some shot from inside the lane and nothing falling right now. Garcia drawing a double team, tried to kick it out. I can bet you any amount of money Chloe Gardner was going to spot up from three there. Kyra White using a screen, and they're going to say an offensive foul. And this is going to be on Lizzie Harrison, number 10, setting that screen. And that's her first and the team's third.
Well, I did not see that. I thought she was standing still.
And here is Brooklyn Fields getting it to Cox. They tried a backdoor cut, tried to throw it through a sea of hands. Somehow it got through there a little bit, but goes off of the hands of Brooklyn Fields out of bounds. I think that bounce pass can find its way through a zone. But that time they couldn't make the connection there. And Lady Cyclones have it on the Pottsville turnover. Chloe Garner down the left side of the lane with the left hand. Chloe breaks the 0-0 tie. She's averaging just over 7 points a game. Usually knocking down those threes, but on that one, she drove in from the left side, making it 2-0. Lady Cyclones averaging 50 points a game and just giving up 47. A lot of close games by Russellville. Here's a turnaround jumper hit by Bo Melder. And we're all tied at 2. And McKinley Walls, one-on-one, beats her man along the baseline. Will miss the shot from the inside, though. Molo Hollis has the rebound for Pottsville. She's going to be stopped at midcourt and have to slow it down. The Lady Cyclones can beat the Apaches, Lady Apaches off the dribble, but they'll have to make those shots. And I say that because Pottsville so far playing a tight defense. That's going to work in the hands of Russellville if they could take some players off the dribble like that. Pass tipped away, but it's going to be saved nicely by Melder, who had to retreat all the way back to midcourt. And then Pottsville going to throw it away. It goes off the hands of Jalexa Hayes. We might have got a finger on that before it touched the hands of Hayes, but definitely off the hands of Hayes before it goes out of bounds. Halfway through the first quarter, we're tied at 2. Not a lot of scoring, but a lot of action here. And the next to last game here of the 3-day classic, the Hoops for Hunger Cyclone Classic. Right side, Jasmine Garcia knocks down the 3. That's not really her game, but she can knock it down. Just her 6th made 3 of the season. She usually doesn't have to shoot those. You got 3-point shooters in Gardner and McKinley Walls. Both the White sisters can do it. There's a drive and a missed shot from the inside by Fields. The Lady Cyclones have it, and they want to move down the floor. Garcia trailing the play. Stop and go right side. Double team, triple team. Somebody's open. Russellville going to swing it over the open man, McKinley Walls. She'll miss the three-pointer from the inside. We get a foul underneath, and this is going to be on Lizzie Harrison, who's picked up 2 fouls here in the first 4.5 minutes of the first quarter, and she, the senior, will have to go sit down. That'll hurt Russellville a little bit. Checking in for her will be Amaya Ely, number 25, the junior. A couple substitutions coming in for Pottsville also.
Ely played a good game last night, getting, I think I have to look it up again, but I believe it was 7 or 8 rebounds.
Jesselyn Martin, number 13, a sophomore, checking in. Also number 1, Audrey Martin, also a sophomore. And a turnover by Pottsville on the interception. Lady Cyclones lead at 5-2, under 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Chloe Gardner thought about it from the right side, passes on it. She hasn't passed on too many of them. She leads the Lady Cyclones in three-point shooting. Her and McKinley Walls are neck and neck. Pass to Ely goes off her hands, retreats, gets it, double team, and now you can hear Coach LaShonta Johnson, we think, with the crowd mic, saying timeout. She thought we were in trouble a little bit with 12 seconds left on the shot clock. She'll use a timeout here. We'll take a quick break. Russellville leading 5-2. This is Lady Cyclone basketball on the EAB Sports Network.
When you're working outdoors, unpredictability is the norm. You want a side-by-side that can tackle big jobs and even bigger backwoods adventures. You want the new 2025 Honda Pioneer 700. Check out the 2025 Honda Pioneer 700 today at Honda of Russellville, 220 Lakefront Drive. For your safety, read the owner's manual. Wear a helmet, use eye protection, keep the side nets and doors closed, and always wear seat belts. Honda side-by-sides are for riders 16 and older.
Mickey Duval, Aaron Duval with you back here at Cyclone Arena. The Lady Cyclones are leading 5-2. Chase Canfield, Stephen Berry helping our media and our audio broadcast. As we get back to action off the inbounds pass, Kyra White going to be fouled. That's something that Russellville does so well. I don't know that even in our conference there's not too many teams that are better at inbounds plays along the baseline. Always seems to lead through open shots on the inside. And it got an open look, a foul called on Audrey Martin of Pottsville, and Kyra White at the line hit the first one.
Yeah, that was a good break to the basket.
Yeah.
Got fouled, just couldn't make the basket.
The boys team, same thing. Coach Chenault, of course, he's under the tutelage of Marty Barnes, has so many awesome inbounds plays. Kyra White hitting both free throws. The Lady Cyclones lead at 7-2. And here's a drive along the baseline there. Jesselyn Martin with the bucket, and that stops a little bit of a run by Russellville. Lady Cyclones lead by 3, 7-4. Kyra White on the right side. Started her eye, was cut off there. Pull up from 10 feet, doesn't get the bounce. Rebound, Pottsville has it. That was Jalexa Hayes on the rebound. Long pass down the floor to Martin. Goes inside, turnaround jumper, no good. Defended nicely by Ely, who also had the block out on the defensive rebound. Chloe Gardner in the front court. Garcia, McKinley Walls, open, left side, three-pointer, no. Chased down all the way on the right side by Pottsville on the rebound. They have a 2-on-3. They're going to try to attack. They do. They get the layup. Jalexa Hayes. They threw it over the top of the three defenders by Russellville and got the layup on the right side. The lead for Russellville has been cut to 1. Minute 30 left to play here in the first quarter. Russellville missing a 3 along the right side. The ball hitting the floor. Pottsville coming up with it, going to the floor, able to dribble. Nice job by not traveling. Addie Cox dribbled while sitting on her backside. That way she didn't get called for the travel. Pottsville on the attack, looking for their first lead of the game. They're going to try a three-pointer. Miss that one. Kyra White, the rebound for Russellville. Russellville going to slow it down just a little bit. Coach Johnson of the Lady Cyclones calling the play. She was saying, hey, slow it down. We're going to look at this. A 3-2 zone by Pottsville. They'll attack it on the wing. Coming up top is Chloe Gardner. Pottsville gambled, missed the steal. Russellville enjoying a brief 5-on-4. Inside pass knocked away by Jalexa Hayes out of bounds. Denied the entry pass, and Russellville with 12 seconds on the shot clock going to inbound it again. Checking in for the Lady Cyclones will be Kylie White. Kylie White, number 4, Kyra White, number 15. They are sisters. I'll try to call them by their first name. Kylie White will miss a 3 off the inbounds pass. The rebound comes to Pottsville. Audrey Martin in the front court. We'll give it up to Hayes. Shot clock and game clock about 7 seconds off, and there's a traveling violation on Bella Ussery, a junior, number 11. Caught it, took 3 steps before she put the ball on the floor. You know, you're not allowed to pick up your foot at all. unless you pass or shoot it. You can actually pick it up, shoot, pass, whatever. One of those two things. You put that ball on the floor, you have to do it before your pivot foot moves, and that's what happened there with Usry.
You know, Pottsville's doing a good job getting defensive rebounds, just limiting us.
There's a long three by Chloe Gardner. That's from way downtown on the left side. She's got 20 made threes on the season. 5 points. The Lady Cyclones lead it by 4.
Before that shot, I said limiting us to one shot, but if you have a shot like that, you can take that all day long.
There's a three-pointer answered by Pottsville. 5 for Wood, and that is the buzzer. We've come to the end of the first quarter. Russellville with a 1-point lead, 10-9. We'll take a break. This is Lady Cyclone basketball on the EAB Sports Network.
Roll into 2026 on a brand new set of safe tires from R&R Tire Express. Right now at R&R, just $5 gets you started on a brand new set of safe, reliable tires. That's right, just $5 today, and you roll out on new tires before the ball even drops. And R&R makes it easy with 6 months, same as cash, no interest, no credit check, affordable payment options, and everyone's approved on East Parkway Drive next to Starbucks in Russellville.
Stella Manor Nursing and Rehabilitation provides skilled professional care in a compassionate, supportive, and comfortable atmosphere. Whether it's long-term care, a short-term respite, or 24-hour skilled nursing, Stella Manor offers compassionate, professional support in a comfortable, family-like setting. With a full therapy program, hospice partnerships, and director-led activities every day, your loved one receives care that goes beyond the basics. Call or visit today to see the difference compassion makes at Stella Manor Nursing and Rehabilitation.
Welcome back. The Lady Cyclones leading 10-9 after 1 quarter of play. Leading the way is Chloe Gardner for Russellville with 5 points, 3 points for Jasmine Garcia, and 2 for Kyra White. Pottsville scoring spread out. 4 different players have scored for the Lady Apaches. 5 for Wood with that three-pointer. They're only 3. 2 points for Hayes, Martin, and Melder. Pottsville with the basketball, and they turn it over immediately. An over and back play as they threw it went off the hands of a Lady Apache. Hayes retreating to get it in the back court. Lady Cyclones will get a turnover to start the second quarter of play. 21 games here in 3 days. This is the 20th. We got one more after this. Cyclone basketball supposed to tip off at 7:30. We'll be about 15 minutes late on that one, we believe. We run behind a little bit most of the day. Ely with a turnaround jumper from inside the free throw line. Amaya Ely really playing well in this tournament.
She is, and there's a nice soft touch on that shot.
I keep saying tournament, but I should be saying classic because you know who you're going to play on a classic. A tournament has a bracket. Both the girls and boys have turned into classic. The girls was going to be a classic all the way. The boys actually had a bracket drawn up. And then because some different things, they changed it to a classic. Here off the inbounds pass for Pottsville. A three-pointer from the corner will miss. Out of bounds off of Russellville, and it'll stay with the Lady Apaches. Lady Cyclones leading this 12-9. With 7:19 left to play here in the first half. Inbounds pass coming to Pfeiffer Wood, a junior. Now in the corner, three-pointer. Another miss for Russellville. Ely pulling it down. It's the 4th Ely we've had play for the Lady Cyclones. Saw the oldest sister here last night. Ball out of bounds. The official that was there did not see it. And he asked the other official for some help, and he pointed Pottsville's way. A couple of substitutions coming in for Pottsville. Addie Cox and Bo Melder coming in for the Lady Apaches. Lady Cyclones on the floor. Kyra White, Kylie White, Chloe Gardner, Amaya Ely, and Jasmine Garcia. Lady Cyclones giving up a three-point shot. They tried to fight through a screen. Off the rebound, we have a tied-up basketball to belong to Russellville as Pottsville got it to start the second quarter.
Jump ball call, possession Russellville.
I say jump ball, it's a tied-up ball. Jasmine Garcia crossing the timeline.
That's what it used to be called, jump ball.
Yeah, because you actually did have to jump it. Pottsville with a steal. Didn't have the numbers, they'll slow it up. The drive, a 15-footer, missed by Pottsville with the rebound as Addie Cox underneath. We'll get a foul called on Russellville. This could be on Ely or Garner. It's going to be on Amaya Ely, our first. And the team's first. They reset the fouls. Did that a couple years ago where they play it like women's college basketball. No 1-and-1s. So it's a double bonus as soon as you get to 5 fouls, but that resets at the end of each quarter. Dry partial block shot there by Ely, and we have a rebound by Kyra White and a foul called on Pottsville. This is going to be on Marlo Hollis, her first, and the team's first. Bella Ussery coming in for Pottsville. Jasmine Garcia, been a little quiet since that three-pointer, hitting that in the first quarter. There's a drive by Kyra White. Pass is deflected and stolen away by Hollis. Hollis ran out of a shoe. Somebody ran out of a shoe. I see a shoe. I think it's
White.
Kylie White's playing shoeless on one foot or left foot. They're not going to stop until Russellville gets it. And Russellville, they got the steal. I don't think they wanted that stop. They were going to have a 3-on-2. But one of the three was Kylie White, who came out of her shoe. But kept playing, to her credit, playing good defense. The Lady Cyclones, Jasmine Garcia getting that steal. Kyra White checking out. I don't know if she's been out of the game yet. This is going to be her first break. It comes here in the second quarter. In for her will be McKinley Walls. Walls with it, taking baseline, cut off there and kicks it out and nobody home. She was expecting Garcia to be there out on the wing, and Jasmine had broke towards the middle. She told the coach, I thought she'd be there, so tried to throw a no-look pass. Pass goes through the 5-hole, but Pottsville gets it back. A corner three knocked down by Bella Ussery. And we've not had any scoring for a while, but finally we do, and it's tied 12-12 with that three-pointer by Pottsville, the second made three of the game. Kylie White caught without a dribble, gets it to Chloe Gardner at the top of the key. Cross-court pass, it'll go out of bounds. Last touch by Pottsville as Bo Milder got a finger on it. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Russellville will inbound it to Kylie White. The Lady Cyclones have really struggled here in the second quarter. Only have 2 points here in 3 minutes. There we go. Jasmine heard me. She hits the baseline jumper on the drive. Jasmine's got 5.
That's that little 5 to 7 foot jump shot she's so good at.
Just inside the three-point line is Addie Cox, and she's going to be tied up there as she stopped dribbling, taking it down the right side of the lane. Tied up either by Garcia Ely. They doubled her, and Pottsville keeps the basketball because of the alternating possession. The shot clock does not reset. It's at 24. It only resets to 15 if it's below 15. Off the inbounds pass, what a great play by Jasmine Garcia to knock it away out of bounds. Looked like it was going to be an open layup chance for Brooklyn Fields. We were beaten and came back. A great play by Jasmine. Off the inbounds pass once again. Jasmine, the same thing. Oh, we're going to get a foul called on Jasmine, and this will be her second. The official on the backside called that. And that'll be her second and the team's second. Off the inbounds pass inside. Ussery will tie it up once again. She's got 5 points. Both her buckets have tied up the game. It's 14-14. 4:35 left to play here in the first half. Chloe Gardner, top of the key, three-pointer. There we go. 8 points for Chloe. She's extending that lead there between her and McKinley Walls with the most made threes on the team.
That's a beautiful shot, high-arching shot.
Lady Cyclones up by a 3, 17-14. Attacking baseline, throwing it inside to Addie Cox. Puts it up, doesn't get the bounce. Rebound, Chloe Gardner has it. Tried to throw it off Cox. They're going to say Gardner had a foot out of bounds, so it stays with the Lady Apaches. Substitutions coming in for Russellville. Kyra White checking back in for the Lady Cyclones. And then making her first appearance, number 33, Anaya Staswick, the 6'2 sophomore. Inbounds pass comes to Bo Milder. Might have got away with the travel there. The pass inside, they definitely got away with the travel inside. They were late on that one, but they were correct on it. One official told me rather to be late and right than quick and wrong. Lady Cyclones with a 3-point lead under 4 minutes to go here in the first half. with the basketball. McKinley Walls for Russellville. Nobody cutting through that's open. Popping out Jasmine Garcia. Her second three attempt misses that one. Long rebound comes to the Lady Apaches. Bella Usry at the top of the key on Russellville's side was able to handle that. That's the second rebound that has hit the floor first and then being pulled down by Russellville. Going inside, Cox, kick it back out. Here's the drive. Shot will not go by Jalexa Hayes, but she's going to the free throw line. It's going to be on number 14, McKinley Walls, her first and the team's third. 3 minutes, 20 seconds left to play in the first half. This will be the first free throw opportunity for Pottsville. And she's short on it. Boys basketball coming up after this. Be the final game for the Russellville Cyclones, I guess for both teams. Until next year, the Cyclones will host Alma on Tuesday as we open conference play in the 5A West. And then go on the road later that week to Mountain Home. But that's Monday here at Cyclone Arena. Girls and boys basketball. Girls at 6 and the boys at 7:30. Hayes making one of two. It's a 2-point lead for the Lady Cyclones. This definitely being played at the pace that Pottsville would like. Russellville would like to run a little bit more. They're dictating the pace of play. 10 seconds on the shot clock. McKinley Walls. Here's the count. Floats one from the lane. Missed it. It hit the iron, so we reset the 35. Finds the cutter of the basket. Great pass to Kyra White. She makes the bucket, and she's fouled.
That's a great pass by Walls to White.
Well, when she got the rebound, she started to take it back out, but she saw out of the corner of her eye Kyra cutting the basket, and it's almost like they weren't ready for that. And the official now having to talk to the assistant coach for Pottsville. And so what they're asking, I don't know what Pottsville's asking about. I know they didn't count the basket, but the basket did count. I didn't see who the foul was on. Kyra White missed the free throw. She had to wait a long time there before getting the basketball. It's a 4-point lead for Russellville. Backdoor cut there by Ussery. Throws one up, hit the side of the backboard. I think she didn't realize where she was. McKinley Walls with the defensive rebound for the Lady Cyclones. Jasmine Garcia, double team, kicks it back out. Chloe Gardner, open three-pointer. I don't understand why teams, I get it, you want to double Jasmine Garcia, but you cannot leave Chloe Gardner open. That's her third three of the game. She's got 11 points, and Pottsville wants to take a timeout. We'll take a break. Lady Cyclones leading here 22-15. This is Lady Cyclone basketball on the EAB Sports Network.
West Fraser is looking for skilled electricians to join their team in a role that's more than just a job. It's a career. If you've got experience with 3-phase power, 480-volt systems, and machine controls, West Fraser wants to hear from you. You'll work hands-on, solving real problems and growing with a team that promotes within. Solid day one benefits, competitive pay, and a culture that puts people first. Build your career with West Fraser. Apply today at westfraser.com/careers.
Welcome back. The Lady Cyclones leading here 22-15 with 2:17 left to play in the first half. That last foul on Pottsville was on Bella Ussery, her first on the made basket by Kyra White. And then the three-pointer by Chloe Gardner. She's got 2 threes here in this quarter, 3 for the game, 22 on the season. And Russellville with their largest lead of the game here at 22-15, but right now on an 8-1 run.
Garcia has to watch that reach in so they don't catch her one of
Errant pass. Here's a steal by Chloe Gardner. 2-on-2. She's going to come in from the right side. Didn't like the numbers. A reach-in foul there by Jalexa Hayes. That's going to be tough for Hayes because I think Russellville was content just to back it back out there. And if she would have backed off instead of reaching in, I think Russellville would have just backed off and run their offense. But that is the third team foul on Pottsville, the second one on Hayes. Stashwick will get it to Chloe Gardner. They are going to play tighter on her, even though she's in the corner right now. They're not going to leave her alone. Garcia will try it again in the corner to Chloe Gardner. Looking inside, pass denied there by Martin. Russell was very fortunate there. That could have been intercepted because that was not open there. Off the baseline inbounds play, we have 18 seconds on the shot clock. Off the inbounds pass, I'll lob it to Kyra White. She's going to go to work in the middle. Nothing there. We'll kick it back out to Garcia with 14 seconds to shoot. Kyra White tries right side to Chloe Gardner. Now 10 on the shot clock. She's going to attack and go all the way and miss the layup. It rolled off the iron. Pottsville with a rebound. This is Jalexa Hayes.
Well, it just hung up there on the rim. Just would not go in.
Hollis gets it in the corner. They'll immediately go inside. Turnaround jumper will miss there by Martin. And there's a scramble for it. And instead of a tied-up basketball, we're going to get a foul called on who?
I hope it's not.
It's going to be on 5. That's going to be on Jasmine Garcia, and that's number 3. And Jasmine will have to check out. We may not see her for the rest of the half, obviously, with 3 fouls, but we'll be unsure if we'll get to see her in the third quarter at the beginning. That's 4 fouls on Russellville, but 3 on Jasmine Garcia, and that's going to be tough. She makes the offense go for Russellville. We're going to have to play without Jasmine for a while. Mark that down. We'll see. The score was 22-15 when she had to go out of the basketball game. Pottsville missing a 3, getting the rebound, cutting inside. There is Hayes. Had it knocked away, got it back. Reach-in foul called on Russellville. I don't think this is a shooting foul. This will be on number 15, Kyra White. Anaya Stashwick got hit in the mouth and she's bleeding. It might be the nose, but there's blood on the court and blood on her face, and she's having to run out down the tunnel. They sub in for her, Amaya Ely. So Stashwick for the Lady Cyclones. Yeah. They were asking how many fouls is that on Kyra White. That is 2. The first free throw missed by Jalexa Hayes.
The shot that was made before the foul, she even blocked that shot.
Now we have a foul called on Pottsville on the rebound as Kyra White got it, and that'll be on Marlo Hollis. Lady Cyclone's going to have to withstand some foul trouble. They've been hit with foul trouble from the very beginning. Lizzie Harrison's been on the bench since the first quarter with 2 fouls. 2 fouls on Kyra White, who's still in the game, and Jasmine Garcia on the bench with 3. Nobody really in foul trouble for Pottsville. Hollis there with 2. Lady Cyclones leading it by 7, 22-15. McKinley Walls at the top of the key, looking to Chloe Gardner, will kick it back out on the wing. 17 seconds on the shot clock, 34 seconds left to go in the first half. On the shot clock now, 10 seconds to shoot. A pass is going to be intercepted by Hollis. Splitting the double team in the front court, has a 3-on-1. She'll take it all the way and miss the layup, and a blocking foul called on Russellville, and that's number 3 on Kyra White. And Lizzie Harrison will check back in for the Lady Cyclones. And the 15th foul. Coach Johnson has something to say about that. She's talking to the official about that one. She said her piece, and he said, okay. I'm listening to her. She said if she didn't move, how could she be called for the foul? Hollis hits the first one. And Kyra White will check out with 3 fouls. Russellville going to have to manage that. Harrison with 2, has not played since the first quarter. She's back in there now. Ely also in. She's the one that came in for Stashwick, who's got we've been told is a bloody nose there. She's in the training room. Russellville hurting with fouls and injuries right now. Lady Cyclones get the rebound off the missed free throw with 11 seconds left, and now we have an offensive foul called on Russellville. And this will be on Maya Ely.
That's her second.
22-16. Lady Cyclones with the lead, but .10 seconds left to play here in the first half. Pottsville can get the last shot if they want to. And the drive, they'll kick it back out with 1 second to shoot, throwing it up there, and missing the 3 was Brooklyn Fields. And we've come to the end of the first half. The Lady Cyclones lead it by a score of 22-16. We'll take a break. This is Lady Cyclone basketball on the EAB Sports Network.
There's just something nice about having a friend in the business. Johnny Story in to visit with you about River Valley Furniture, Russellville. There's a good reason why River Valley Furniture has been in business more than 3 decades. More than likely, you, your mom and dad, or your grandparents have purchased furniture from River Valley Furniture, and now you have that same opportunity to check out their new Ashley Home Store, Highway 331. River Valley Furniture, south of high prices.
Are you ready to take your beauty career to the next level? Hairtech Studios is hiring estheticians, masseuses, salon professionals, and more to join their state-of-the-art family-owned salon and spa that's been serving the River Valley for over 30 years and counting. They offer hair, nails, waxing, extensions, permanent cosmetics, and spa services. This is your chance to grow your clientele and your career with a team that feels like family. Apply today and schedule your interview with Sharon Callahan at Hairtech Studios, 211 North Detroit Avenue.
Chambers Bank in Dardanelle is a full-service community bank that loves helping their community succeed and values their partnership with customers and businesses. Every relationship is important and starts with trust at Chambers Bank. They're available in person as a trusted local resource for your banking and financial needs, with 2 convenient branches in Dardanelle at 6th and Union and 4th and Union, or call 479-229-1505 to start community banking with Chambers Bank. Member FDIC.
If you find water leaking from your ceiling, it's important that you take immediate action to avoid further damage to your home. Leaky roofs never fix themselves or get better on their own, so even if the leak isn't that bad yet, you should get it fixed now. Call Miller Roofing Company. They've been serving the River Valley since 1991 with a reputation for superior work and reliability. So before that leak gets worse, call Miller Roofing Company, 890-3499 to set up an inspection.
KCJC, Dardanelle, Russellville.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This is River Country. KCJC, an EAB Media Group radio station.
Well, we're at halftime with the Lady Cyclones leading 22-16 over the Lady Apaches. Pottsville is 2 of 8 from the three-point line, 2 of 6 from the charity stripe. We've created 10 turnovers against Pottsville. Very good. The Lady Cyclones are 3 of 8 from the three-point line, 2 of 5 from the charity stripe with only 5 turnovers, which is great for us. The only problem is we're running into some foul trouble, and I'm sure you'll go over that, but right now we're getting some shots underneath the basket. We have got to make those shots. Pottsville's doing a good job limiting us to 1 shot at that basket, so we got to turn that around and get some offensive rebounds. But right now we're up by 6 points.
Yeah, the Lady Cyclones are going to have to weather the storm on that on the foul situation. Jasmine Garcia with 3, Kyra White with 3, Harrison and Ely each with 2, and then Anaya Staswick. That's one we're concerned about because it was a bloody nose and she had gone to the training room. I see the trainer has appeared back, but of course she's probably in the locker room by now, so we'll see if they were able to take care of that. Foul trouble for Pottsville. They only have 2 fouls on Hollis and 2 on Jalexa Hayes, and that is the foul trouble for the Lady Apaches. Leading away for Pottsville is Bella Usry coming off the bench with 5 points. They've got their scoring spread around. Jalexa Hayes and Pfeiffer Wood each with 3. 2 points for Jesselyn Martin, 2 points for Bo Milder, and 1 point for Marlo Hollis. For the Lady Cyclones, Chloe Gardner leading away with 11 points in that first half. 5 points for Jasmine Garcia, 4 for Kyra White, and 2 for Amaya Ely. Coming up after this ball game, we have senior boys as the Russellville Cyclones going to take on Pottsville in the final game of the 3-day tournament. Our classic here, Hoops for Hunger, raised over $600,000 to help feed the needy in Polk County since they started this tournament. Started by Johnny Johnson, the downtown Rotary Club. And Rotary Club's still heavily involved in here. They help serve a lot of things and help raise money for this event, and we're happy to bring it to you every single year. And like I said, it's been changed to a classic. There have been rumors going around it's going to be a classic next year also, where you already know who you're going to play and all that. We probably saw the 2 best teams in this classic play before this girls matchup in Mills and Conway. They're not going to be a true winner since it's not a tournament style, but Conway beating Mills, and Mills has been on fire. They scored 97 points in their game yesterday, but Conway held them in check, and it was a 1-point game at halftime, and they ended up winning it 67-52. in the game before this one. So congrats to Conway. They go 3-0 in this Classic. Mills goes 2-1 in this Classic. We're at halftime. The Lady Cyclones leading Pottsville 22-16. We'll take a break. Come back with more of your halftime show. This is Lady Cyclone basketball on the EAB Sports Network.
Oscar's Auto Repair does it all, from oil changes to brake work to those tricky transmissions with the weird mechanical issues no one can figure out. The experts at Oscar's have you covered. Stranded? Call Oscar's for fast, dependable towing. Need a replacement vehicle? Ask about their on-site rental cars to get you back on the road in no time. Whatever vehicle issue you're struggling with, remember Oscar's Auto Repair, 1000 East 28th Street, Russellville.
It's New Year's time, and that means it's time to attack your goals with the same intensity you bring to the court. Coach Quentin brings high-energy strength and conditioning, speed and agility work, and a training culture built on discipline and confidence. Whether you're an athlete preparing for spring sports or just determined to get stronger and healthier, this is where real change starts. Visit QCTrainingFitness.com or find QC Training LLC on Facebook to sign up. Start your year with purpose. Join QC Training now.
Russellville School District has opportunities for you. Russellville School District currently has openings for custodial positions. Shifts are 2 in the afternoon until 10 p.m. Monday through Friday with an 11-month contract. This position has benefits, paid sick time, personal time, and retirement plans included. Insurance is offered. Russellville School District, achieving excellence together. Call 968-1306 or visit rsdk12.net to apply online and join the team.
Since 1971, Sorrell's Body Shop's top priority has been customer satisfaction. The folks at Sorrell's get the job done right by providing their customers state-of-the-art equipment and highly skilled professional service technicians. The mission at Sorrell's is to deliver the most professional, ethical, highest quality service while giving back to their community every day. Sorrell's Body Shop, proudly supporting the Russellville school system. Go Cyclones.
Welcome back. I mentioned that Brenna Burke was in attendance here. I always point out ex-Cyclone players, Lady Cyclone players, but boy, when you get a Hall of Famer here and scoring 1,000 points for the Lady Cyclones and starter for UALR right now, the Lady Trojans in just her second season there. I know she was leading them in points in one of their games a couple weeks ago, and good to see her. See Drew Robinson, who played in these contests, and she was a two-sport athlete for Russellville, also playing soccer and doing an excellent job with that. So I love pointing out and seeing people that are coming back, especially during the holidays. That's the best time to see these kids who have graduated within the last few years, because they're home if they're in college. They usually, college break is till like middle of January, it seems like. So I always see kids coming back, and I think I saw a Lady Cyclone golfer, Macy Cooper, here yesterday, who was instrumental in the first 2 state championships that the Lady Cyclone golf team has won. They won at 2023, 2024, currently 3 in a row, but she was instrumental in winning 2 of those, and playing golf right now at the Harding University. And so I love seeing kids come back. We're here at Cyclone Arena. The Lady Cyclones leading here by a score of 22-16. We do want to give you an update on the, of course, we mentioned the foul's been an update on the injury. Anaya Stashwick is fine. She'll probably be able to play the second half. She got treated, got hit in the nose and had a bloody nose. Does not have any bandage or anything on it, so she should be good to go for the second half. We're going to take a 60-second break and be back with the third quarter. Russellville leading 22-16. This is Lady Cyclone basketball on the EAB Sports Network.
Running a business, a household, or just everyday life can be hectic. The last thing you want to have to think about is banking. At First State Bank, we focus on providing you the financial tools and exceptional service you need so you can focus on what really matters. Whether it's managing your business from the sidelines or making life run a little smoother with convenient and flexible financial solutions, we've got your back. Get back to business and life. We'll take care of the rest. First State Bank.
Johnny Story in with a thought from Alathus Realty. With years of experience, knowledge, and a network of relationships, they ensure you'll get the most for your house. So when it comes time to put that property on the market or begin looking for that next dream home you have, don't delay. Call Brent Purdy and the professionals at Alathus Realty Russellville, 968-5668, or check them out, russellvilleliving.com.
Welcome back to Cyclone Arena. It'll be Lady Cyclone basketball to start the second half. Chloe Gardner, Jasmine Garcia, Lizzie Harrison, Anaya Staswick, and Jasmine Garcia getting the start of the third quarter for Russellville. A little bit surprised at that. I am a little bit with the injury and also the foul situation for Russellville. But Kyra White with 3 fouls will be on the bench to start the third quarter.
Well, I think we need Garcia out there. So Coach Johnson's going to take a chance with her.
Yeah, she leads the team in steals, though, and so it's just going to be tough on defense. She's got to be very careful. And slicing and dicing through the middle, I don't know if that's going to take away a little bit of her game because she cannot pick up that 4th foul. They're going to try to go inside to Lizzie Harrison. It was knocked out of bounds on the help defense provided by Bo Melder. She had her man pinned there on her backside, Lizzie did, and then Melder came in with a double team and was able to knock that pass away. If we get that connection, it's an easy turnaround for Lizzie. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Inbounds pass is going to be thrown too far out, and Fields gets the interception for Pottsville. It was supposed to go to Harrison, but it was too far away from her. She didn't have a chance at it as it went all the way out to the free throw line. Again, she had her man blocked in. Here's a pass tipped away by Jasmine Garcia. She makes the steal without fouling. That's awesome. She was questioning there if she had a dribble, but she did, and she'll bring up the floor herself. They're not guarding her until she gets in the front court. Chloe Gardner with it up top for Russellville. Minute into the third quarter. Nobody has scored here in the third yet. McKinley Walls on the left wing. Jasmine Garcia over on the right wing. 13 seconds on the shot clock. This is a snail's pace compared to what we're used to with the Lady Cyclones. Turnaround jumper off the drive, no good. We're going to get foul called. This is going to be on Anaya Staswick, her first, and the team's first. They had position there on Anaya and was not able to reach over without contact.
Yeah, we're going to have to get position on that offensive rebounds and defense as well.
On the right side of the lane, shot put up quickly up and in there by Addie Cox. You get your shot blocked, and a lot of times that's what you do is either pump fake or shoot it quickly, and you don't give the blocker a chance to swat it away.
So she did a good job by not putting it on the floor, the ball.
4-point lead for Russellville. Yeah, Staswick in there to start the second half because of the fouls on Kyra White. Jasmine Garcia at the left elbow pulls up, misses from 15. A rebound by Chloe Gardner. That's where you have position. You can reach over 2 seconds, 1 second, and miss the shot, but it hit the iron. Jasmine Garcia coming in there to wrestle the way the rebound. It'll go out of bounds and off of Lizzie Harrison, they say, and it'll belong to Pottsville. I thought there that Russellville did a really good job, not necessarily being in position, but still getting the rebound. You know, you can go over somebody's back and not commit a foul because it's okay to go over the back if you don't foul. There's no such thing over the back in the rules. And Chloe Gardner especially did go over somebody's back without making contact. You can't call foul. There's no contact. Here's an interception by Kylie White, who just checked in the game for Russellville. Stepping in that passing lane, it's tough to throw from the corner to the top of the key. And they've left Kylie wide open. She'll miss the three. Rebound, Kylie battling for it, saves it in bounds. It goes off of Pottsville, out of bounds. And Kylie, she'd come in the game and they didn't tell anybody. It's like nobody knew who to guard. And they left her open on the right wing. Pottsville, very fortunate she didn't knock down that three.
Yes, it was very close.
They made the adjustment there, and Bo Melder is the one that's drawn Kylie White. And she'll get it up top to Stashwick, taking down right side of the lane. Shot too strong off the backboard with the rebound as Jesselyn Martin, the sophomore for Pottsville.
Again, Pottsville's limiting us just to one shot.
4-point lead for Russellville, and that's a traveling violation. No, an offensive foul called. Okay, so I thought it was a travel by number 2, but they're going to say it was the foul was on Jesselyn Martin. She was the one screening, and she had grabbed behind her with both hands to pin her man, or pin the defender there, and was the foul call. Her first, and the team's first. Lady Cyclones going to throw this one away. Again, that's the second time we've seen Russellville just miscommunication. You throw it to somebody who's cutting the basket. You throw it where they were. And now Kyra White is going to check in, replacing Chloe Gardner. Coach Johnson's figuring like I've gone as long as I can here to start this third quarter without Kyra. Just go in there and hope for the best. Russellville leading by 4. Again, just trying to piece this together in so much foul trouble. Cross-court pass caught by Fields. They'll go in the corner. A long cross-court pass out on the left wing to Hollis. Looking inside. Turnaround jumper quickly there by Jesselyn Martin. She's got 4 points. It's a 2-point lead. They left Kylie open once again. She'll miss the 3. Falling on rebound. Get it. Put it up and in. That's the second time they've left her open. That time she burned them. Not on the 3, but on the follow. That stops a run by Pottsville. Remember, Jasmine Garcia had gone out. Russellville was leading 22-15. That's our first bucket since then, and our first bucket of the third quarter. Martin shoots it over. Ely will get the bounce.
Hit every part of the rim before it went in.
An official timeout, no, a 30-second timeout called by Pottsville. We'll take a break. Russellville leading 24-22 with 3:54 left to play here in the third quarter. And we'll be back after this break. This is Lady Cyclone basketball on the EAB Sports Network.
Hey, high school seniors, are college applications giving you a headache? Arkansas Tech University is here to help. ATU makes applying to college easy. No long essays, no complicated forms, and no free application days. Because unlike other universities, our undergraduate application is always free. Plus, it doubles as your scholarship application. Apply for free today at atu.edu/apply or call us for more information at 479-968-0343.
Russellville leading by 2. You know, the hidden part of this game is that this is really being played at Pottsville's pace, because Russellville would like to play a little bit more up and down than this, and they are winning that war, Pottsville is, of slowing Russellville down and playing their game. And now we have a whistle and a foul called on the Jasmine Garcia, and that's her 4th.
I cannot.
Yeah, Coach Johnson has got her both palms up. She does not understand that call. And she wants a timeout. And you're going to take this timeout to talk to the official. And the official, he doesn't want to come talk to her. Usually you do that. And he wants to talk to you're supposed to come over and talk. And it is a full timeout by Russellville. So we'll take a quick break. Russellville leading 24-22. This is Lady Cyclone basketball on the EAB Sports Network.
Are you working hard to feed your family on a budget? Visit Chicken Mart to get all your Crispitos, pizza sticks, restaurant quality chicken nuggets, strips, wings, and fries all in one stop, and lots of opportunity purchases that are so good they may never come back. Check out Chicken Mart in 2 convenient locations before you go grocery shopping and see what they have for your family. Chicken Mart's been serving the River Valley since 1983 and still going strong. Visit 1808 South Arkansas Avenue or 106 Weir Road in Russellville. Chicken Mart, your chicken and more store.
All right, we're able to watch the replay, and I think the official just missed it, to be honest with you. Jasmine had passed it off to the right side, as was not setting a screen. She was actually facing the basket, and the defender for Pottsville came in from her left side and ran into her, and it would have been a moving screen had she been the one screening. She turned at the last second, but she was facing the basket there, and a tough play there by the official there, a tough call, I guess I should say. Nice way to put it. Jasmine's got 4, and she goes out of the basketball game with 4 fouls. So that's what Coach Johnson wanted the explanation. That's why she called the timeout. It's a 2-point lead for Russellville. Pottsville going to miss a 3. They're going to, I don't know if you call that an offensive rebound or the fact that we had it and then lost it as a turnover, but Pottsville gets it back. Russellville leading 24-22 with 3:23 left to play in the third quarter. Taking it baseline is Martin. The pace of play favoring Pottsville, the foul situation favoring Apaches, that they've gotten a lot of Russellville players in foul trouble. Right now, Russellville weathering the storm, though. They lead it by 2, and after a missed 3 badly there by Fields, backside rebound by Kyra White, and she'll get it up to her sister Kylie White in the front corner with Chloe Gardner. Under 3 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Give and go there by Gardner along the baseline. Coach Johnson upset there. She wanted her to feed it to Staswick, who is flashing inside. Not open now. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Backing her way in was Kyra. She'll kick it back out. Here's a drive by McKinley Walls. Count the basket, and she drew the foul. Boy, that was an acrobatic shot, wasn't it? Just kind of one-handed. And that foul going to be on Addie Cox, her first and the team's second. I hate saying when the opponent's got this person's got one foul. This person, you look at us, we got 4, 3, 3. McKinley, a very good free throw shooter. That's her first basket of the game. She'll hit the and one. She's got 3 points in the game. Lady Cyclones, a little bit of breathing room, not much. They lead at 27-22. Pottsville missed 2 3-pointers that would have given them the lead their last trip down the floor. There's a reach in and a steal by McKinley Walls. Got in with that right hand. A pass ahead to Chloe Gardner. Layup left side, left hand. She's got 13. This is the pace that Russellville wants to play here. 29-22. Coach Johnson wanting them to slow it down. Russellville extending out a zone here. 1-2-2. Try to force the action, force the trap. It forced a turnover on the last trip down the floor. They're going to throw it up top, tipped away by Russellville, picked up by Fields along the corner. Russellville has to retreat, get back in position. They do. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Skip pass to the top of the key. 3-pointer by Usry will miss this one. In the corner, rebound collected by Addie Cox of Pottsville. Fresh 35 for the Lady Apaches. They'll throw it along the baseline. Turnaround jumper will miss. We're going to get a foul called on Anaya Staswick. And I think this will be Jesselyn Martin to the free throw line. That'll be number 2 on Staswick, and it will be Martin to go to the free throw line. Her first trip there. The free throw is no good.
In that series, Russellville was playing some good defense.
Yeah, they were. Long defense because they shot it with single digits on the shot clock and got the rebound, so they had a fresh 35. A lot of defense there played by Russellville. Ended in a foul. They hit 1 of 2 from the free throw line. 7 points for Jesselyn Martin. That cuts the Lady Cyclone lead to 6, 29-23. Kyra White with it. Dribbling up top, she's kind of taken over the point with Jasmine Garcia. The only time Jasmine ever comes out of the game is if she's in foul trouble, and she's in foul trouble right now. Chloe Gardner inside, passes it, gets out of the lane. McKinley Walls splitting the double team all the way to the rim. McKinley Walls with 5. Lady Cyclones lead it by 8.
Well, she showed she could drive to the basket as well.
This is the largest lead by Russellville, 31-23. Skip pass to Fields. Under a minute to play here in the third quarter, and Pottsville throws it away. They were going to Martin, and it went off the fingertips of Martin, but it's not Jesselyn's fault. It was just a pass was too tall for her. She had gotten behind the Lady Cyclone defense, but it wasn't a lot of room there. If she would have caught it, I think she'd have been underneath the basket. They got a double team, a pass, and there's a foul. And this is the same thing. It's happened against Russellville in the first half, happens against Pottsville here in the second half. That's just a tough call when it's I guess that really wasn't a loose basketball. That was more of a pass, but, you know, when 2 players are going for the basketball. But it was Russellville offensive possession there. The foul called on Jalexa Hayes. That's the 3rd team foul called on Pottsville, and Hayes will check out of the game, and now more substitutions coming in for Pottsville. They do this too. Pottsville will stagger their substitutions. They'll send one in, and before the ball's inbounded, they'll send in another one, maybe to delay the pace of play a little bit. And smart play. Staswick got the ball back to McKinley Walls on the right side. 25 seconds on the shot clock. Kylie White, 3-pointer left side is missed. Boy, that looked good when it left her hand. Rebound Pottsville. Shot clock is turned off. 24 seconds left here in the third quarter. On left side is Marlo Hollis. Here's a pass that's going to be knocked away by Chloe Gardner. And the ball is going to go out of bounds. I think this might be last touch by Pottsville. It is. It was last touch by Brooklyn Fields, who tried to get it in front of Chloe. A good play by Fields, because if she doesn't go after it, it's a layup for Chloe Gardner. There was nobody else back.
And she tripped trying to get the ball.
Yeah, she did. Lady Cyclones can play for one shot here. 10 seconds left to play in the third. Gardner driving with the full intent of kicking it back out. Staswick with 5 seconds left. Got to do something with it quick. Somebody's got to shoot it from the corner. Here's a 3-pointer. And it's not going to go in. Lady Cyclones lead it after 3, 31-23. We'll take a break. This is Lady Cyclone basketball on the EAB Sports Network.
At Union Bank, we're more than a place to keep your money. We're your friends and neighbors. Sure, we've got checking and savings and digital banking with all the bells and whistles. So what really sets us apart? We know your name, not just an account number. And we're focused on serving you and our community because just like you, we call this home too. We invite you to discover the Union Way, where relationships matter. Visit us online at gounion.bank. Union Bank, member FDIC.
Why trust River Valley Tinting and Glass? Well, River Valley Tinting and Glass is a family-owned business, and they take care of their customers like family too. So remember, your local auto, residential, and commercial glass and tinting company, River Valley Tinting and Glass. Check out their work on Facebook or call 890-5839 to get an estimate. Or you could always come by 2202 East 2nd Street to see all they can do for you. From a business you can trust, River Valley Tinting and Glass.
Welcome back. One more quarter to play in girls basketball action. We'll have boys to follow. The Lady Cyclones leading Pottsville 31-23 in the final day of the Hoops for Hunger tournament. Nikki Duval, Aaron Duval, Chase Canfield, and Stephen Berry with you to bring you this action here on YouTube channel Cyclone Booth and also on KCJC 102.3. Pottsville starting with the basketball to start the fourth quarter, missing a three, and then the follow is up and in by Addie Cox, who has 4 points in the game. That stops the run that Russellville had to end that third quarter. It's nip and tuck. It's never easy in this game, and it's not easy tonight. Lady Cyclones hanging on to a 6-point lead now. Jasmine Garcia still on the bench. She does not start the fourth quarter here with 4 fouls. Kyra White in there with 3. Here's a three-pointer by Chloe Garner. That one missed on the backside rebound there. Malo Hollis in the lane. Lady Cyclones just feel like they're not going for too many rebounds there because they don't want to pick up be more foul trouble than they already are.
Well, they could get in foul trouble by going for that rebound,
Yeah.
but still, we've got to try to get position if we can.
This is going to be off of Pottsville here. It actually hit off Kyra White, and then Lady Apache, I think it was off Alexa Hayes' fingertips, and the official underneath didn't see it. We had a pretty good angle on it. The official on the side said, hey, that's going this way. Lady Cyclones get it off the turnover. Boy, just get a bucket here to answer would really help. McKinley Walls on the right side. She's been quiet behind the three-point line. Has a three-point play. Looking inside for Staswick. The ball is going to be intercepted. Trapping in the backcourt. Ball is going to be thrown off of Staswick's foot out of bounds. And Lady Cyclone's not going to press in the backcourt. This is something also that Russell would like to do, that force the tempo, but they don't want to get in more foul trouble. So Coach Johnson making this call here. Lady Cyclones leading at 31-25. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Pottsville gets it to the right elbow. Cox will kick it back out to Fields. She'll miss the three-pointer. Rebound underneath. There's a scrum for it. And a tied-up basketball to belong to Russellville as Pottsville got it to start this quarter.
I think when that clock gets down to about, well, I start to say gets down with C. Garcia, but she's coming in right now.
6:13 left to play in the game, and you see Jasmine coming in with 4 fouls.
She's really going to have to play careful.
Yeah, she's got to. That last one was, there's always one, that usually you like get in foul trouble 2, maybe 3 is warranted, but there's always one. It's always questionable, and I think that last one was. She's going in there and setting some screens, popping out free, and I think that pass was meant for her, but it's collected by Kyra White. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Jasmine with it on the left side. Staswick starting her drive, cuts it back out. Kylie White with 8 seconds on the shot clock. Cross-court pass, Chloe Gardner. Wasn't open for the 3. She'll drive inside. Shot up, little short as it draws iron with the rebound. Hayes has it for the Lady Apaches. They'll fake the 3. The drive inside. She traveled with the basketball. Yeah, Pfeiffer Wood faked the 3. I don't think she was set for that. When she went in, she made the shot, but she had switched pivot foot. Lady Cyclones providing good help defense there. 5.5 to go here in the ball game. Russellville leading by 6, and Coach Johnson for Russellville wants to take a timeout. We got 2 left. They got 3 left. We'll take a break. 5:21 left to play here in the game. The Lady Cyclones lead at 31-25. This is Lady Cyclone basketball on the EAB Sports Network.
It's John here at Huntington Learning Center in Russellville, and I'm excited to share how we're making a real difference for families right here in the River Valley. Parents are saying things to us like, my child is finally excited to learn again. Whether your student needs to catch up, stay sharp, or boost a good ACT score even higher, Huntington's personalized programs can help them thrive.
Call Huntington Learning Center at 1-800-CAN-LEARN or visit huntingtonhelps.com today.
Welcome back. The Lady Cyclones were cold a little bit in that third quarter, finished in a flurry. Right now they're being led by Chloe Gardner with 13 points. 5 points for Jasmine Garcia, but she has not scored since the first half because had to sit out. I think she sat out the entire third quarter with 4 fouls. I'm not sure.
I think she did, yes.
Yeah. And, well, no, that's not right. She came in, picked up a foul in the third quarter, and then went out. That's what it was, but did not score in the third quarter. 5 points also for McKinley Walls. She was the leading scorer for Russellville in that third quarter with all 5 of her points coming in. Lady Cyclones calling that timeout. They have 2 timeouts left. Pottsville with 3. Russellville leading by 6. Garcia finding Gardner. She's open in the corner. 3-pointer will miss. Rebound. Pottsville has it. Hayes. Pass was almost intercepted in the back court, but she does get it away. In the front court, pull-up jumper from 10 feet, rattles home. And that's Addie Cox. She's got 6 points, 4 here in the fourth quarter. Lady Cyclones lead is down to 4. Gardner once again open from 3. This time, same result. Missed off the back of the iron. Stashwick with the rebound for the Lady Cyclones. Kicks it out. 3-pointer miss there by Kyra White. Rebound comes all the way out to where we are. You could hear that hit near our microphone. And it'll belong to the Lady Apaches. Pottsville scoring the last 4 points, cutting the lead. It's a 2-possession ball game with 4:40 left to go. They'll get it on the left side. This is 5 for Wood, who threw it back to Fields. Wood, she'll launch one from 3 and misses that one. Rebound, again, hit the floor. I think that's the third time we've seen it before, being collected by Kyra White. Jasmine Garcia in transition, takes it right side. Spin move in the lane, off the glass, too strong. Rips away the rebound, puts it back up and in. Fields didn't really have her blocked out, and she worked around it to get the rebound, made no contact. Great job by Garcia. She's got 7.
Oh, that's a great offensive rebound right there when you can get it and score.
I think they put the points on the wrong team there. Yeah. I don't think we did. I think Chase has got ours worked perfectly here. That shows a 2-point game for the Apaches. But it should be a 6-point game. Garcia missing from inside, out of bounds. The last touch by Jasmine that belongs to Pottsville. Coach Johnson threatening Troy Norton if he's going to mess up the score, so she's going to jump on the table. You might have heard that. Troy does the scoreboard also for Arkansas Tech. He's seasoned at it, but made that mistake there. I tell you, when you make a mistake and you run the scoreboard, everybody sees it. Everybody. And they'll let you know it, too. Here's a block shot by Stashwick, but I think the foul is going to be called on Kylie White. If it's on Stashwick, it's a bad call. If it's on Kylie, it's the right call. And it is on Kylie. That'll be her first. And the team's first. It'll put Bo Melder on the free throw line to shoot 2. Lady Cyclones leading it here at 33-27. Make it 33-28 as Melder hits the first free throw. We have boys action coming up after this. 2 games before us have pushed us back late. We started this game about 15 minutes later than what we had initially planned. I tell you, we've been on time the first 2 days. It's the only time we've been behind. Both free throws made by Melder. She has 4, and it's a 4-point lead for Russellville. Garcia, stop and go, throws in the corner. Launching the 3 is Kyra White. Missed it. The rebound falls to Stashwick. Misses that one. Gets the rebound, goes to the floor, and traveling is going to be the call. And I was checking to see if we were subbing in. No, it was just Coach Johnson talking to our team.
I thought she was pushed on that one, but maybe not.
I couldn't see the people standing my way down here on the floor level, so I have to take your word for it. Ushery, without a dribble, needs some help. She passes it. It is Picked up by Fields, and now let's see, a timeout called by Pottsville's coach Chance Johnson. They have 2 left, and Russellville also has 2 left. We'll take a break. 2:55 left to play here in the ball game. The Lady Cyclones leading Pottsville 33-29. This is Lady Cyclone basketball on the EAB Sports Network.
Back at the Farmers Co-op, and Mike Apple's along with us. Mike, whenever we're thinking about the Farmers Co-op, it's that variety that people love and the great selection that they'll find at their local co-op, East Main Russellville, also in Danville.
That's true. We have all the items for the farm and ranch, but we also have lawn and garden, pet supplies, just a very wide variety of products.
The Farmers Co-op in Russellville, exit 84 off Interstate 40, East Main Russellville, also in Danville.
Back here at Cyclone Arena, the Lady Cyclones leading at 33-29. Well, next week we jump into conference action in the 5A West. I always want to say 6A, but it drops down to classification from football to every other sport. But the 5A West, the Lady Cyclones and our senior boys will actually host Alma on Tuesday for our first conference game. That'll be here in Cyclone Arena Tuesday of next week. And we'll have a girls game at 6 and the boys at 7:30. Then we'll make the long trip up to Mountain Home on Friday for conference game number 2. Let's see our buddy Decon and our favorite girls basketball coach that's not in a Cyclone uniform. Here we have a foul called on the Lady Cyclones as we got back to action. And that's number 2 on Kylie White. I cringe every time we hear a foul called on this end now, worried it's going to be the wrong person and knock somebody out of the game. That's 2 fouls on us. Pottsville's not committed a foul here in this quarter. We have 2:50 left. They miss a 3 out of bounds. Last touch by Pottsville.
Got Jasmine. Now she's starting to. Now she's coming in.
She's doing the offense-defense, trying to take her out for defense, put her back in on offense because of having 4 fouls. Lady Cyclones lead it by 4. 2:46 left to play in the game. Welcome you if you're joining us on our YouTube channel, Cyclone Booth. If you're listening to us on KCJC 102.3, we welcome you. Nothing else better to do on New Year's Eve and Cyclone and Lady Cyclone basketball. How about that? And nobody tell me the score of the Ohio State game, the Miami game, because we're recording it. Go back and watch Pat McAfee talk about it. And there's a foul called on Pottsville. The first foul they committed here in the 4th quarter, and it's going to be called on Bo Milder, her first, and the team's first. 2:24 left. Chloe Gardner off the inbounds is going to get it in the corner. Kyra White. 30 seconds on the shot clock. Now the shot clock's running. Now you don't mind wasting some time. Jasmine Garcia in the lane, turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound, Staswick trying to keep it alive for Russellville. Pottsville ends up with it. And here come the Lady Apaches. Fields with it in the corner, there to Cox. Cross court, skip pass, they'll reverse it all the way in the corner. Not really in position to shoot there for Jalexa Hayes. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Mishandled there by Brooklyn Fields. She almost double dribbled.
It looked
almost,
like, yeah.
Got close, touching with 2 hands. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Pass inside, double team, they'll kick it back out. 7 seconds on the shot clock. They're really in no position to shoot it. 4 seconds, they feed it underneath, put it up and in. Boy, they got that one with 2 seconds left as it was slipped up and in by Addie Cox. She got 8.6 of them here in the 4th quarter. It's a 2-point game. 33-31. The Lady Cyclones with the lead, and they turned the ball over. Just took an eye off of it just for a second. And Lady Cyclones lead it by 2. Going to have to play some good defense here.
I started to say we need to score on this series, but.
And Garcia going to come out because she's got 4 fouls. You know we're playing defense here. Both teams with 2 timeouts left. 1:26 left to play in the game. Pottsville with the basketball. Lady Cyclones with the lead. Along the baseline, feed underneath, shot blocked there by Chloe Gardner. Pottsville gets it back, and then goes off the leg of a Lady Cyclone out of bounds. What a block there by Gardner. Blocked it from behind, got all ball. Fantastic job by Chloe playing help defense. 19 seconds on the shot clock. Pottsville going to inbound it near their bench. And timeout by Coach Chance Johnson. Smart timeout. That was getting very close to a 5-second violation. Very close.
I think it's down to about 3.
Yeah, he was a 3 or 4, close to it. They're going to take a full timeout, so we'll take it with them. Lady Cyclones lead by 2. This is Lady Cyclone basketball on the EAB Sports Network.
The folks at Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air want to take a moment to not only thank you for your business, but also the opportunity to work for you and give your family whole house comfort. Every kind word that you put online and personal recommendation to your friends and family is appreciated. And customers like you are not only vital to their business, but vital to making our community as great as it is. From their family to yours, thank you from Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air.
Welcome back. The Lady Cyclones lead it here by 2, 33-31. Non-conference season, everybody kind of plays different places with our girls and boys, but from now on, starting next week, it's going to be every Tuesday, Friday. There'll be a couple open dates in there they try to plan around just in case bad weather hits. Those extra whistles are because buzzers, because they count down the timeout here with the clock in the arena. And you cannot start the clock. You can't do anything until that counts down. They had to wait on that, so the officials weren't paying attention to that, so they had to start over. Minute 3 left to play here in the ballgame. Lady Cyclones lead by 2. 9 seconds on the shot clock. I dribble it off her foot. Lady Cyclones got the basketball. Are looking for a timeout. Did they call a jump ball? They called a tied-up basketball, and so it'll belong to Pottsville. Coach Johnson was there. She was yelling for a timeout. She knew she could get that possession there, but they did not hear her. She's on the far side. 57.5 seconds left to play in the game, but 6 seconds on the shot clock. Pottsville going to inbound it along the baseline. Springing free, open three-pointer. No, it's a block by Chloe Gardner. Comes up with the rebound, pass ahead. It's Kylie White all the way with the layup. Fantastic block by Chloe Gardner. Give her a block, a defensive rebound, and an assist. Kylie White gets the points. Lady Cyclones lead it by 4. And a walking violation called on Marlo Hollis. She started to pass it. It was going to be an interception. She kind of stutter-stepped a little bit. Caused the traveling violation. Chloe Gardner, I got to apologize to Chloe. I thought that was an open 3, and she came out of nowhere.
Yeah, she did. That's her second.
Did she had a cape on her back? I mean, flying through there. I mean, goodness gracious. And blocked that 3, and then had the presence of mind keeping it in bounds. She was tiptoeing down the sideline there. Presence of mind to look up, and there streaking down the middle of the court was Kylie White. Lady Cyclones leading by 4 with the basketball.
Got Garcia and Harrison both back in the game.
And this is where Pottsville's hurt by the fact they've only called 1 foul on them. They're going to have to foul us 4 times to put us on the line. They foul here, and this is going to be on Bowl Milder, her second. That's the bad part of when you don't commit fouls. And Pottsville's got to get us to – they got to commit 5 fouls before you can put us on the free throw line. That's 2, and there's 27.2 seconds left. Shot clock is off now. We get the ball inbounds. They're chasing Jasmine. Lost the handle on it, gets it back, and now reach-in foul is going to be called. Or no, a timeout before? Yeah, reach-in foul. Did we call timeout? No, he was just telling Coach Johnson to step back a little bit. She's trying to coach her team. That's the 3rd foul. Pottsville's trying to foul 2 more times. Coach Johnson's trying to get it. That one gets quick. That's less than a second that comes off the clock before this foul on Brooklyn Fields. It's 21.4 seconds left. Now the next one will be 5 team fouls. And Coach Johnson, he's saying, get on him, get on him. Inbounds pass. Chloe Gardner gets it over to White, and as Kylie White got it, Russellville calls a timeout with 15.3. I'm really surprised. They denied the entry pass, but they did not commit a foul.
No, they didn't.
And so Russellville was able to run off 6 more seconds and still have the basketball. Good job by Coach Johnson calling that timeout. We're going to keep it right here because it's just a 30-second timeout, and we're already 9 seconds into it. But you use a timeout there, you can reset everything. The Lady Cyclones will have it along the far side. The next foul called on Pottsville will put Russellville on the free throw line. But really, Russellville does not have to shoot it at all. And go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'll say, and the good thing about it, I'm sure she's telling us, hey, we have another timeout. If you get in trouble, don't get the 5-second count. Call timeout. If you have to go to the floor, grab the basketball, call timeout. It's not going to be a technical foul. There is no reason that Russellville has to shoot it here. Lizzie Harrison back in the game. She's a fantastic free throw shooter, best on the team. Lady Cyclones as a team shoots 62%. Chloe Gardner looking to inbound it. We'll get it to Jasmine Garcia. She'll split a double team. She'll kick it back out to Kyra White. They're chasing the basketball and now whistling a foul. Now she was chased by 3 players, and this is going to be on Pfeiffer Wood, her first. Oh, it's her second, sorry. And Kyra White to the free throw line. Her third trip tonight. First free throw is good. She's 3 of 4 from the line. That makes it a 5-point lead for the Lady Cyclones, 36-31. And Coach Johnson now pulling everybody off the lane. If Pottsville gets a quick bucket, look for them to call a quick timeout. Usually that's what you do. The second free throw is no good. Pottsville with the rebound in the front court. It's Addie Cox. She's going to shoot the three, and this one off target. Long rebound. Going to be knocked away by Jasmine Garcia with 2 seconds, 1 second. Going to take it all the way. The shot does not happen because the buzzer hits. The Lady Cyclones win this one 36-31. A hard-fought victory in this game. The Lady Cyclones able to come away with the victory. We want to take a quick 30-second break. Come back with your post-game show for the girls' game. This is Lady Cyclone basketball on the EAB Sports Network.
Ready to shape your future? At Arkansas Beauty College, a career in cosmetology means your success is in your hands. And with their hands-on ACCSC accredited programs, you'll have the skills and confidence to build a thriving beauty business. Plus, with financial aid available to those who qualify, your dreams are closer than ever. Imagine a future where your earnings grow with every new client you build. It's never too late to start your new career. Call Arkansas Beauty College at 968-3075 today.
Easily the lowest total team total of any of the girls' game this year. If you had the under, you probably won this one easily. The Lady Cyclones, though, able to come away with a 36-31 victory over Pottsville. Leading scorer for Pottsville was Addie Cox. She had 8 points, 7 points for Jesslyn Martin, 5 points for Bella Ussery off the bench, 4 points for Bo Milder, 3 points each for Pfeiffer Wood and Jalexa Hayes, and 1 point for Marlo Thomas. For the Lady Cyclones, they were led by Chloe Gardner. She had 13 points, 11 points in that first half. 7 points for Jasmine Garcia, 5 points each for McKinley Walls and Kyra White, 4 points for Kylie White, 2 points for Amaya Ely. Lizzie Harrison and Anaya Staswick did not score in the game. Before you give the stats, I want to give you a stat that I bet you didn't realize. As close and tight a game as that was, Pottsville never led in that game. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that was surprising. Close it was 3-2. They had cut the lead to 2 points, 1 point. They actually had the basketball 3 times where that bucket would have given them the lead, and Lady Cyclones able to overcome that. Your stats.
They were, Pottsville, you're talking about Pottsville, they were 2 of 16 from the three-point line and 5 of 10 from the free throw. Had 18 turnovers that Lady Cyclones created. The Lady Cyclones were 3 of 16 from the three-point line, 4 of 8 from Charity Strap. And here's what is so amazing and glad of. We only had 9 turnovers in that whole game. And again, that's unofficially. But we just did a great job in protecting the ball and keeping it. Pottsville shot 5 threes in that fourth quarter, didn't hit a one. And that helped us quite a bit. So a good win for the Lady Cyclones.
Yeah, and the Lady Cyclones had to overcome some foul trouble. Jasmine Garcia finished the game with 4 fouls. Picked up her 4th one early in the third quarter. 3 fouls on Kyra White. I tell you, once Russellville got in some foul trouble, they were able to weather the storm. Didn't win it the way they wanted to, but they won it, and that's all that matters. The Lady Cyclones won their last 3. They go 3-0 here in the Hoops for Hunger Classic, and that's good to kind of lead into conference play because a loss here would have hurt because you have a week to think about it before you host Alma here. It's good to kind of get some good feeling about yourself. You played a really tough non-conference schedule when you looked at they went to West Memphis and played a couple games there. Bentonville West, Rogers playing East End. Greenbrier's tough this year. Arkadelphia, you play that you kind of try to get ready for conference play. And the Lady Cyclones finish non-conference play 7-7 and heading into conference. Now all you got to do is you got to finish in the top 4 in conference, and that means you go to the state tournament. So that'll be our focus now. And but we're going to enjoy this one. The Lady Cyclones win it by a score of 36-31. Once again, Chloe Garner, the only Lady Cyclone in double figures with 13 points in the game, helping lead the Lady Cyclones past. But it was a total defensive effort. And it wasn't just her scoring. What was big was that three-pointer there. She came out of nowhere. They had a wide-open look, blocked the shot, got the defensive rebound, and the assist ahead to Kylie White. That's the one that secured it. It made it a 2-possession game, and the Lady Cyclones hung on from there. They win it by a score of 36-31. We're going to take a break and then transition over to senior boys. They're actually doing some presentations here. As we said, since they've started this classic, they've raised over $600,000 to help feed homeless and food for kids in Polk County. And they're doing some well-deserved recognitions between games here, so we may be delayed just a few minutes more. But so we're going to take a break and come back and begin with our pregame show for the boys' action tonight, as Russellville senior boys will have a tough one too, as they also take on Pottsville. Lady Cyclones win it by a score of 36-31. This is Cyclone and Lady Cyclone basketball on the EAB Sports Network.
Arkansas Tire and Auto Service, we're more than just tires. Consistent, responsive, honest and fair. What makes us different? We're the ones who care. Trust our experience to know what you need. Professional and fast, see what we mean. Arkansas Tire and Auto Service, we're more than just tires.
Arkansas Tire and Auto Service, 2304 East Main, Russellville.
Feel Right Autoplex, we want your car. We're giving cash on the spot, no trade necessary. Right now, we are buying local and giving more money than ever for local trades. Plus, while you're here, check out the 0% financing on 2025 GMC Sierra, or 2.99% for up to 72 months on 2025 Chevrolet Silverado. Feel Right Autoplex, we want your vehicle and we're willing to pay for it. Bring us your car today and leave with cash in hand. Come see us today at Feel Right Autoplex, Russellville.
When you're working outdoors, unpredictability is the norm. You want a side-by-side that can tackle big jobs and even bigger backwoods adventures. You want the new 2025 Honda Pioneer 700. Check out the 2025 Honda Pioneer 700 today at Honda of Russellville, 220 Lakefront Drive. For your safety, read the owner's manual. Wear a helmet, use eye protection, keep the side nets and doors closed, and always wear seat belts. Honda side-by-sides are for riders 16 and older.
Roll into 2026 on a brand new set of safe tires from R&R Tire Express. Right now at R&R, just $5 gets you started on a brand new set of safe, reliable tires. That's right, just $5 today, and you roll out on new tires before the ball even drops. And R&R makes it easy with 6 months, same as cash, no interest, no credit check, affordable payment options, and everyone's approved. On East Parkway Drive next to Starbucks in Russellville.
Stella Manor Nursing and Rehabilitation provides skilled professional care in a compassionate, supportive, and comfortable atmosphere. Whether it's long-term care, a short-term respite, or 24-hour skilled nursing, Stella Manor offers compassionate, professional support in a comfortable, family-like setting. With a full therapy program, hospice partnerships, and director-led activities every day, your loved one receives care that goes beyond the basics. Call or visit today to see the difference compassion makes at Stella Manor Nursing and Rehabilitation. West Fraser is looking for skilled electricians to join their team in a role that's more than just a job. It's a career. If you've got experience with 3-phase power, 480-volt systems, and machine controls, West Fraser wants to hear from you. You'll work hands-on, solving real problems and growing with a team that promotes within. Solid day one benefits, competitive pay, and a culture that puts people first. Build your career with West Fraser. Apply today at westfraser.com/careers.
Welcome back. We're about to 10 minutes away from the starting lineups here, so you can kind of gauge what you want to do from that. They did some well-deserved recognition presentations to River Valley Food for Kids and also Main Street Mission. I know over $6,000 going to Main Street Mission. 3 different organizations getting donations here because of the Hoops for Hunger tournament. And we're day 3 and game number 21. There's been 7 games each day. Usually there's 8, but 1 less girls game each day. So 7 games each day, and this is game number 21. Let's talk about game 7 and game 14. The Russellville Cyclones. They are 1-1 so far in this classic. Day 1 saw them defeat Charleston. You look at it and you say, okay, well, Russellville won 69-49, a 20-point victory. No biggie. You know, that's kind of how it went. But it was kind of hard fought. It's like Charleston would not go away. Russellville, they only led by 7 at the end of the third quarter. It got a little closer than that. The Cyclones won it going away in that game. Zayden Williams, 29 points, and Caleb Campbell with 18 points. Last night was a heartbreaker, but I got to tell you, even though Russellville lost, it's hard time. You're hard pressed to find a time where you could be more proud of how the Cyclones played. 3 different times they were down by double figures against Conway, and they come back and they have 2 chances to win it in the final 30 seconds. They had a traveling violation not go their way and missed a 3 with 2 seconds left and lose the game to Conway 66-65. And Conway destroyed Mills 67-52 in a game earlier today. They go 3-0, and probably, even though we're not crowning a champion, but Conway probably the best team in this tournament. Zayden Williams, though, last night, 24 points. He was playing through some foul trouble, ended with 4 fouls. 13 points for Caleb Campbell. And Caden Walton, what can you say about him? He stepped up, had 10 points, 3 threes, and Russellville really lit it up from the outside last night.
They did. They had 11 of 20 from the three-point line, and Campbell had to play with 3 fouls much of the game. They were 12 of 16 from the charity stripe. But as far as that three-point shot, we were on last night, and hopefully it'll carry over to tonight. The thing you have to worry about playing against some team like Conway is your legs. Can our legs hold out for one more game? And that's what a coaching staff will think about, the next game, especially if you're going to play the next night. Can we preserve our legs and energy to get through that game, and we'll see tonight.
Yeah, because the Cyclones playing Conway. Conway, a really good team in 6A, classification up from Russellville. And like I said, it's one thing to play. Look, everybody's playing 3 games in 3 days, but when you're playing from behind and playing a great athletic team like that, it really can take a lot out of you. And it did for Russellville. We'll see. Hopefully they can bounce back quickly tonight. Pottsville, they've had a great start to this year. They're 12-1. They've gone 2-0 here in this tournament. I keep saying tournament. Again, it's a classic because you know who you're going to play ahead of time. Pottsville on day 1 defeated Stuttgart. On day 2, defeated Pulaski Academy. And day 3 here facing off against the Russellville Cyclones. 12-1, and their only loss was to Alma, 5-point loss to the Airedale, 66-65. That's a team that Russellville is going to play next week because Alma's in our conference. In the 6A West, Russellville will be hosting them on Tuesday. When you look at their victories, they've currently won 6 in a row. They lost to Greenbrier a couple times. They've beaten Greenbrier a couple times. They beat Valley Springs, Clinton. They played Jasper, beat them a couple times. Beat Stuttgart, as we said, Watson Chapel. So always look for common opponents. Watson Chapel and Greenbrier, some common opponents, but you can't really always judge off that. Initially, when this was set up as a tournament, Pottsville was going to draw Conway on the first night. When that got changed to a classic, they didn't have to play Conway or Mills. I know they don't really want to see Little Rock Mills because that's the team that knocked them out of the state tournament last year. Little Rock Mills beat Pottsville 69-41 last year in the second round of the state tournament. But even though that was a blowout loss for Pottsville, it was their first state tournament appearance in 5 years. And so I know they feel like they're building something back. They've gone 19-10 last year, 12-1 in this season. They returned 2 players who made All-State last year, including J.C. Jones and Cade Brodigam. Jones actually just recently signed with Arkansas Tech. That's the 2 guys that Russellville's going to have to concern with. But really anybody in this possible team can score. They all shoot well, and so you can't leave anybody open on this Apache team. But hey, when everybody's been playing everybody the same place for 3 days, you've gotten to see everybody. I know Pottsville kids were here watching Russellville last night, and I know Russ will probably watch Pottsville too. So we'll get to see it when we tip off and see how it goes with both teams scouting each other. We'll take a break, come back with more of your pregame show. This is Cyclone Basketball on the EAB Sports Network.
South of high prices is more than just a slogan. Johnny Story in for River Valley Furniture. You know, Leon and Doug and their dad, the late Danny Duvall, had a commitment for more than 3 decades, and that commitment was to provide great furniture value at a reasonable cost south of high prices. And that's exactly what they do, along also now with Danny's grandson Hunter at River Valley Furniture locations on North Elmira and the new Ashley Home Store, Highway 331.
Are you ready to take your beauty career to the next level? Hair Tech Studios is hiring estheticians, masseuses, salon professionals, and more to join their state-of-the-art family-owned salon and spa that's been serving the River Valley for over 30 years and counting. They offer hair, nails, waxing, extensions, permanent cosmetics, and spa services. This is your chance to grow your clientele and your career with a team that feels like family. Apply today and schedule your interview with Sharon Callahan at Hair Tech Studios, 211 North Detroit Avenue.
Chambers Bank in Dardanelle is a full-service community bank that loves helping their community succeed and values their partnership with customers and businesses. Every relationship is important and starts with trust at Chambers Bank. They're available in person as a trusted local resource for your banking and financial needs, with 2 convenient branches in Dardanelle at 6th and Union and 4th and Union, or call 479-229-1505 to start community banking with Chambers Bank. Member FDIC.
If you find water leaking from your ceiling, it's important that you take immediate action to avoid further damage to your home. Leaky roofs never fix themselves or get better on their own, so even if the leak isn't that bad yet, you should get it fixed now. Call Miller Roofing Company. They've been serving the River Valley since 1991 with a reputation for superior work and reliability. So before that leak gets worse, call Miller Roofing Company, 890-3499 to set up an inspection. Car trouble, big or small, Oscar's Auto Repair does it all. From oil changes to brake work to those tricky transmissions with the weird mechanical issues no one can figure out, the experts at Oscar's have you covered. Stranded? Call Oscar's for fast, dependable towing. Need a replacement vehicle? Ask about their on-site rental cars to get you back on the road in no time. Whatever vehicle issue you're struggling with, remember Oscar's Auto Repair, 1000 East 28th Street, Russellville.
The Russellville School District is seeking bus drivers. Route drivers start at $30.38 per hour. Substitute drivers make $30.38 per hour on routes. RSD is also looking for trip and shuttle drivers, earning $15.45 per hour for the duration of the event, and bus monitors for $15 per hour. Drivers and monitors can receive teacher retirement, and drivers are eligible for insurance. RSD is a registered training site if you don't have your CDL. Apply online at the RussellvilleSchools.net transportation page.
KCJC, Dardanelle, Russellville. Ladies and gentlemen, this is River Country. KCJC,
an EAB Media Group radio station.
All right, welcome back. The Cyclones getting ready to do battle with the Pottsville Apaches. We'll give you the starting lineup. I'm trying to make sure that I have this correctly. Okay, here we go. Pottsville will start with number 2, junior Caleb Lewis, sophomore number 11, Court Johnson, and senior number 12, J.C. Jones, senior number 14, Anthony Hoke, and number 15, Cade Brodigam. That'll be the starters for Garrett Hill, who is the coach for Pottsville. And again, 12-1 on the season. For the Russellville Cyclones, they're coached by Greg Chenault. He's in his 3rd season at Russellville, his 5th as a head coach overall. He will start off with number 0, junior Marcellus Olson, number 2, junior Zayden Williams, sophomore number 12, Caden Walton, 6'2", senior number 21, Caleb Campbell, and senior number 35, Isaac Guillen. The Cyclones 7-8 on the non-conference season. And kind of, I talked about the girls having, hey, all right. Hey, say something, Dad. I got to.
Okay. Mickey had to step away. We're just getting ready for the team introductions. Russellville coming off a real close loss last night. Again, we talked about them, how they can rebound on this, especially the energy that they put out last night.
Look, I am sorry, folks, but I just got a hug from Brenda Burke, a Cyclone Hall of Famer and a currently starter for the UALR Lady Trojans. She wanted me to tell you hi. So she says, hey, I've got to leave because they got a game tomorrow. They're playing on New Year's Day.
Oh,
and she says, I got to get back because of curfew. So, 1,000-point score for the Lady Cyclones. One of my favorite, not just players, one of my favorite students. And her basketball prowess, career, I think she owes to her 8th grade algebra teacher, I believe. I really do believe that. So, no, seriously, Brenner, I saw her here earlier and knew she always tries to support Russellville Cyclones as much as she can, and always shows up when she can, and so it's good to see her here. So I had to talk to her before she was able to take off. But yeah, something that Coach Chenal has done, he's tweaked the lineup a little bit, but it's always kind of stayed around Zayden Williams and Caleb Campbell. And, as complex as this game is, if you shoot well, you got a really good shot to win. If you don't, it's going to be really tough to win. And the Cyclones last night hitting 11 threes, that helped the comeback and gave them a chance to beat Conway. The flip side of that is Conway didn't hit any threes in the game. And, in fact, their play-by-play guy, I mentioned this during the girls' game, he says, do y'all always shoot that well? I said, well, in games we win, we shoot that well, but not in games we lose. The Cyclones are getting close to shooting 30% from the three-point line. Last night helped, but they're at just under 29% on the season. 94 made threes on the season. That'd be great if we could topple 100 by the end of tonight's game. We're going to take a 60-second break. We'll be back with the tip-off. This is Cyclone Basketball on the EAB Sports Network.
Since 1971, Sorrell's Body Shop's top priority has been customer satisfaction. The folks at Sorrell's get the job done right by providing their customers state-of-the-art equipment and highly skilled professional service technicians. The mission at Sorrell's is to deliver the most professional, ethical, highest quality service while giving back to their community every day. Sorrell's Body Shop, proudly supporting the Russellville school system. Go Cyclones!
Basketball season is finally here, and QC Training in Russellville is where players go to rise above the competition. Coach Quentin builds stronger, quicker, more explosive athletes with focused strength work, sharp footwork training, and the discipline every great player needs. If you're serious about making the roster, getting more court time, or becoming a player coaches can't ignore, this is your gym. Visit QCTrainingFitness.com or find QC Training LLC on Facebook to sign up. Spots fill fast. Lock in your future today.
I always try to point out maybe the most famous graduate of the team that we're playing last night. Talked about Marvin Delp as he graduated from Conway. And different things like that. Pottsville didn't do that with the girls and boys game. How about Stephen Berry? Yeah, got to be the most famous graduate of Pottsville, our engineer. So I told him he could be biased tonight.
Did he tell you to say that?
He did not. But I'll tell you, if we're cut off the air and Russell's ahead, I'm not saying it would be Stephen, but just say. So,
surely he wouldn't do that.
That's the thing. When you play local teams, it's like everybody's got an interest in it, and that's what makes it kind of fun. The Cyclones wearing their anthracite, same as they wore last night with the Ville written in cursive. And Pottsville in their road black uniforms with gold and white trim. And Russellville Cyclones win the opening tip. They're immediately going to look inside to Caleb Campbell, who'll kick it back out to Marcellus Olson. Marcellus really turned into a really good basketball player last year, mainly just a defensive specialist. He's turned into a really good starter, had 8 points in the loss last night. Shot clock down to 9 seconds as the Cyclones running some time off the clock. Marcellus pulls up from 15. This one a little short of the mark. Rebound comes to Anthony Hoke, the senior, and he'll give it off to Caleb Lewis. Tried to run the point this year. Coach Garrett Hills asked him to set up others instead of shooting. Look for others to get the offense a little bit. He's taken to that role. And their 12-1 record pulled up from the right elbow. That one missed badly by Court Johnson, the sophomore. Hit the backboard. Russellville coming away with it. I think that was Guillen that got the rebound. Self-believing for Caleb Campbell, who his range is when he gets in the gym. That's when he's liable to shoot it. And they've watched him because they're out there on him a little bit. He's a good 35 feet away right now, but he'll pull the trigger if you give him the go-ahead.
They're way out there on him.
Yeah. Oh, it's smart. You don't give him much room. He's going to beat him to all the way down the lane. Knocked to the floor. No call. Missed the layup. Pottsville a 5-on-4 in transition. Just as J.C. Jones. His three-pointer blocked by Zayden Williams. Caleb Campbell all the way down by himself. He's going to take the layup. Fouled from behind. Makes the layup, Anthony Hoke. Sometimes you just got to let him go. Any kind of touch there. And Coach Garrett Hill's upset with Hoke about that, saying just let him go at that point. Because sometimes you never know. You might see, we saw in the Mills-Conway game, an intentional foul that's called. You don't know what's going to be called by the official in that situation. Mm-hmm. But good job there by Zayden Williams with the block, with the rebound, with the assist. If you watch the girls' game, maybe you remember that. That's what happened with Chloe Gardner. And Caleb Campbell cashing in on the old-fashioned three-point play.
Boy, that's a great block by Williams.
Yeah, maybe it's good that Campbell hit the deck and then slow to get up. It was a 5-on-4, so back the other way, it was a 1-on-0. J.C. Jones, the all-state performer, signed with Arkansas Tech. He's the one that gives up right side, and blocking out beautifully was Zayden Williams, and Jones is going to be whistled for his first personal foul. Good block out there. Lost start there by putting your butt on the guy and not allowing the rebound. Good job by Zayden there. Cyclones lead at 3-0. Let's wait for us to play Dover because Chase is a Dover graduate, so then we'd really have trouble. He'd be moving the camera all different directions if we get up on them. Zayden Williams, a fadeaway jumper from the corner. That one won't go. Guillen falling down. He didn't want to travel with it. He threw it up on the offensive rebound and then dives to knock the ball out of bounds. Good hustle there by Isaac Guillen. Tallest guy being helped up by the smallest guy, Marcellus Olson. But that's why Olson's a great teammate, and even our athletic director, Ben Goodman's laughing about that one. I don't know if he helped too much, but he was there for support. Cyclones up 3-0. Pottsville with the basketball. Cade Brodigan starts in the corner. Started to back his way in. Was cut off there by Sillis. Cyclones making the switch as Jones now caught without a dribble. Finding Lewis at the top of the key. The three-pointer, and we're all tied. Caleb Lewis with the three-pointer. We're tied up. Olsen will take it right side. And they are face guarding Zayden Williams. He is standing in the corner, nowhere near the basketball. And meanwhile, a drive by Olsen takes it all the way for the bucket. He was standing in the corner by himself. Cade Brodigan is just face guarding him with no intent to look anywhere else. Meanwhile, Brodigan knocks down a three, and Pottsville has a 6-5 lead over the Cyclones. Zayden gets the ball on the offensive side. It's going to be hard work, too. Look at that. They're in the corner there. Nowhere near it. And Zayden's fine. He says, hey, we'll play 4-on-4. They're going to go inside to Guillen. And beats this man. Count the basket, and he drew the foul. Boy, he got position, used that drop step. And he's going to the line for the and one. And that's number 2 on Hoke. And he's going to have to check out of the basketball game. The Cyclones attacking inside, and right now a little bit bigger, a little bit quicker as of right now to start this game than Pottsville. And they've been using that. The free throw by Guillen is no good. It's 63% on the season coming into this game, but misses there. Russellville taking the lead back just by a point, though. Driving the basket is Court Johnson. In the corner, Lewis, another three. Asked him not to score as much to set up others. He may be needing to score tonight. He's got 2 threes, and it's a 2-point lead for the Apaches. Talon Heinzman will check in. Next dead ball for Russellville. Campbell backs his way out on the right side. They'll use a screen. They'll make the switch. Pottsville will. Guillen way out behind the three-point line, looking inside for Caleb. Not really there. Needs some help. He'll get it to Caleb, who's double-teamed. Drop-step turnaround, and shot might have been partially blocked. There's a scramble for it. Coming up with it is Jones for the Apaches. And give it up to Court Johnson, moving the basketball around the three-point line, and boy, Pottsville almost had an interception there, a turnover. Just a bad pass, and luckily it found the hands of Ryder Middleton, the sophomore, who had checked in during the last dead ball, checked in for Hoke, who has 2 fouls. They'll miss a three from the corner. Campbell rebound. They're letting him play a little bit. His outlet pass messes, and let's see, a steal here. Shot partially blocked there by Guillen. We get a foul on the rebound. This is going to be on who? This will be on Isaac Guillen. The official took his time looking it over. I don't know if he's trying to decide or trying to see the numbers, and that's Guillen's first and the team's first.
It was on a rebound, wasn't it? Why is he shooting?
Yeah, I don't know. I thought he was away from play. I thought they're calling it on Caleb, and he's the one that actually had the rebound. I don't understand why it's a shooting foul because Caleb Campbell had the rebound, unless it's a really, really late call. That had to be what they called, right?
Well, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it was well after the play, or after the shot, but I thought I had to be on the rebound, but, well, the ball don't lie. They missed them both, so the ball knows. 9-7 lead for Pottsville. They missed both free throws. The Cyclones have it.
They are guarding Campbell and Williams
almost
so
like
tight.
Like that box and one. Zayden does get it, though. They make a screen and going to drive right side. Little scoop shot, and that's why you play Zayden like that, because if he gets loose, he does that right there. He's got 2 points. He's averaging just under 21 a game. He had 24 in the game last night, 29 against Charleston. We have a foul called, offensive foul, legal screen called on Caleb Lewis. That's his first.
I wouldn't mind getting him out of the game.
The foul is called against Pottsville's Caleb Lewis.
That's his first and the team's fourth. We're tied 9-9. Marcellus Olsen will bring it up, and they are not respecting him shooting the three. They're giving him all the room he wants. Zayden gets it. Closely guarded there by Brodigan. Way outside, they'll fake a screen. Brodigan staying with him. Spin move, gets a rid of Brodigan. Double team comes, misses the shot from the baseline. And Brodigan the rebound. They'll quickly throw it down the floor. Long three try by Jones. That's one misses. He could have taken a dribble and gathered himself a little bit. Really wasn't on balance. Marcellus is going to drive. They're going to call a foul on Olsen. That'll be his first. And let's see. I think that was Caleb Lewis getting in there to try to take the charge. That's a one on Sellis. 2:13 left to play here in the first quarter. We're tied at 9. Near the corner is Court Johnson. Left side, Lewis, his third three of the game. Why would you ask him to set up others? He can hit like that. Third three. 12-9, Pottsville with the lead. Marcellus, 18-footer. That one misses. Quick shot there on the offensive board by Guillen. Catch and shoot. He puts it in. And now we have a... I don't know if it's delay a game or what. Delay a game warning. If you touch the basketball when it goes through the hoop, you get a delay a game warning. If it happens again, it's a technical foul. I was marking down the 2 by Guillen, so I didn't see what had happened. But Isaac with 4 points. The Cyclones cut it to 1. Jones at the top of the key, guarded by Williams. Left side, Lewis. Shot partially blocked there by Heinzman. Still hit the iron. There's a loose basketball. It's going to go out of bounds. It'll belong to who? It'll belong to Russellville. The official underneath was shielded by the play. Within the corner, the officials on the sideline is the one that said it was off Pottsville. And the Cyclones will have it with a chance to take the lead here with 1:15 left to play in the first quarter. This is Talon Heinzman working one-on-one with Lewis. Trap comes in the corner. Somebody's open. It's Guillen. They'll swing it around. They go backside along the baseline. They got 3 guys on Zayden Williams. Kick it back out to Olsen. Back to Zayden with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Keeping his dribble. Step back. 15-footer. Good. Boy, he doesn't need a lot of room. That was good defense by Pottsville. What do you do there?
And that's a quick shot by Williams.
Yeah.
No way to block that one. Good shot.
Lewis will use a screen but get rid of it immediately. Jones will pass on the 3 near the corner. Jump stop in the lane. He'll rim in and out. Williams the rebound for the Cyclones. So Zayden dribbling with his head up. Shot clock is off. 18 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Cyclones with a 1-point lead. Last night we saw Coach Chenault want to work for one shot here. They're not doing that right now. 8 seconds. Using a screen. They're going to call it a legal screen. Called on Isaac Guillen. That'll be his second. That's 2. And a couple of substitutions coming in for Pottsville. Hoke coming back in. Also number 0, Boston Heflin, 6'1" senior. With 7.6 seconds left, Pottsville can get the last shot here. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Jones tried to use a screen. He wasn't open. Lewis will fire one. Nowhere close. We've come to the end of the first quarter. Our score, Russellville 13, Pottsville 12. We'll take a break. This is Cyclone Basketball on the EAB Sports Network.
As a dentist, giving patients a beautiful smile is what I love to do. But the business side can be challenging. Luckily, First State Bank understands. They provide financial tools that make banking convenient and flexible. And the service I get is second to none. From equipment loans to cash management solutions, they give me the freedom to focus on my patients, not my payroll. Now that's something to smile about.
Come see us at First State Bank in Russellville or Fayetteville for local personalized banking.
Johnny Story in with a thought from Alathus Realty. With years of experience, knowledge, and a network of relationships, they ensure you'll get the most for your house. So when it comes time to put that property on the market or begin looking for that next dream home you have, don't delay. Call Brent Preddy and the professionals at Alathus Realty Russellville, 968-5668, or check them out, russellvilleliving.com.
Welcome back. Well, Russellville with a 1-point lead, but all of Pottsville's points coming behind the three-point line.
And guess what?
What?
Russellville didn't even shoot a three-pointer.
Did they not? Caleb Campbell usually is one that shoots it, but yeah, I think you're right, because Marcellus was an 18-footer. He was inside the three-point line. So
well, they're saying so close to Campbell and to Williams.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough for them to get a three-pointer, but there's other ways to score other than that.
4 points for – go ahead. 4 points for Zayden Williams and Isaac Guillen for the Cyclones. 3 points for Caleb Campbell, 2 for Marcellus Olson. For Pottsville, 9 points for Caleb Lewis. He had 3 threes and 3 for Cade Brodicom, and he has 3. That's all the scoring. Foul trouble, Isaac Guillen for the Cyclones with 2. Anthony Hoke with Pottsville with 2. And Guillen going to start on the floor, as will Hoke. For the Cyclones, it's Guillen, Williams, Campbell, Heinzman, and Olson. So 4 of the starting 5. Cyclones gamble, don't get the steal, but they're going to come back with the double team. Lewis almost traveled with it, just mishandled a little bit, able to get rid of it before he did. He has the basketball, guarded by Olson. Starting the second quarter, the Cyclones leading at 13-12. They're using a screen there at the top of the key. Popping free is Heflin to launch the 3. He'll miss that one short. Rebound, Jones has it, puts it up and in. J.C. Jones, the first 2-pointer for Pottsville, and they have a 1-point lead. They set that screen at the top there and was able to peel off and get that open look from the three-point line. Zayden Williams pulls up, baseline jumper is good. Boy, he's so good at creating his own shot. He's got 6, just a junior here. Jones, quick transition. We have a foul called on this will be on Caleb Campbell, his first, and it's going to send Jones to the free throw line to shoot 2. And the first foul called on Russellville as we reset the fouls during each quarter. 7:04 left to play here in the first half. The Cyclones lead it by a point, 15-14, but Jones going to the free throw line. We're tied now as he hits the first. These teams
he may make both of them, but I'm sorry about that. But I was going to say that's a good foul, though. Make him earn it from the charity stripe.
I don't think Caleb wanted to foul there. I think he was trying to stand straight up. I think he would have been fine if they would have just let it go. Both free throws made, so Pottsville taking back the lead, 16-15. Williams again, same shot, same place. This time different result. We got a foul called on Talon Heinzman with a push in the back going for the rebound. He's trying to tap it out to one of his teammates. He picks up his first, and the second team foul called on the Cyclones.
That was a good thought by Heinzman, but he did foul the guy.
Yeah, he made contact in the back there. They beat the press. They got a 3-on-2. Bounce pass is mishandled, goes out of bounds. Bounce pass to Heflin. Hit him in the worst place, in the hands. Russellville last played Pottsville back in 2023. That was under Coach Chenault. Won that game easily, 59-38. The year before in 2022, won by 10. Did not play under Coach Pennington. Russellville had some unbelievable teams during that year. And Heinzman, boy, really, he was wanting a foul, and Coach Chenault is asking the official what's the difference on the call there. Talon Heinzman retreats back to get the steal. A 3-on-2, a pass. He tried to go ahead on it and flipped to Zayden Williams. He didn't see it. Caleb Lewis has the interception for Pottsville back the other direction. A layup blocked there off of Anthony Hoke. Trying to get the rebound. The Cyclones have it. It's a 2-on-2. Doesn't really have a good angle. Caleb Campbell's going to slow it up. Chenault really letting the official have it on that because he thought Heinzman on 2 plays ago was fouled. Sometimes coaches, they don't let that stuff go. There's a top of the key 3-pointer. That one missed by Caleb Campbell, and the Cyclone's going to get the rebound. Campbell will pass on this 3. He'll attack, stops at the right elbow, spin move in the lane, whistle foul, and this is going to be on Caleb Lewis. This will be his second. That'll be his second and the team's first. Yeah, the last time Pottsville beat Russellville was back in 2017. They actually beat them back-to-back years in 16-17 here at the Hoops for Hunger tournament. Matt Hall was the coach for both of those. They took a 5-year layoff and then played a couple times. Did not play last year. It's always kind of a chance matchup when you have a tournament here at the Hoops for Hunger. This year a classic, and they orchestrated it to be on the final game of the final day. Cyclones trailing by 1, pull-up jumper by Williams is good. The bench had something to say to him as soon as he hit it. He turned around, didn't say anything, but he looked back at the Apache bench. Sometimes that's what you let your shot do your talking for you. J.C. Jones will answer with a three-pointer. His first 3 of the game. He has 7 points. He's gotten heated up here. 7 points all in the second quarter. He's the only Apache to score here in the second quarter, and the Apaches have a 2-point lead. Olsen, 15-footer. That one off the mark. Rebound comes to Anthony Hoke. Pottsville looking to build on the 2-point lead. The Cyclones need a defensive stop, would like to run a little bit more. Well, up from 15. Jones starting to heat up. He's got 9 points all in this quarter. Did not play very well in the first quarter, shoot very well, but he is making up for it here in the second quarter. It's a 4-point lead, Pottsville's largest lead of the game. Heinzman stepped back from 15. That one won't go. Rebound knocked out of bounds. Last touched by number 13, Ryder Middleton. It'll belong to Russellville underneath. They got to reset the shot clock here. We didn't have possession. I don't think they're going to. I don't think they realize it. Caden Walton, who started this game, left early, is back in the game now. He'll get the inbounds pass, is going to be fouled. They say they actually grabbed him when he was going up. And this will be on number 13, Ryder Middleton, who grabbed Caden Walton on the shot. That's what we kind of talked about in the girls' game. Talk about here in the boys' game. The inbounds passes for both our teams are fantastic. And Coach Chenault has inbounds plays and options off of options. He has so many different options for his teams. And usually we get an inbounds play from underneath. That's what happens. We get a shot from inside the lane. Yielded a foul. Caden Walton hits both free throws. And they cut the Apache lead to 2, 21-19. Middleton getting it in the corner to Court Johnson. Jones in the corner, step through three-pointer. Thought his foot was on the line, didn't matter, didn't go in anyway, but Pottsville with the rebound. Jones near the top, mishandled it, got it back on the drive, will put it up and in. He's got 11 points. He's really come alive here in the second quarter. And here's a pull-up jumper from the
They had 3
corner.
people on him over there.
Yeah, Zayden Williams, I'm just marveling at it. 15 to 18 feet. All 5 of his baskets have come from the baseline with people in his face. He's got 10 points. It's a 2-point lead again, and now we have a whistle and a foul called on who? This is going to be on number 2, Zayden Williams. That'll be his first and the team's third.
Foul is called on Zayden Williams. His first personal, third of the second quarter.
They'll inbound along the baseline. Triggerman will be Anthony Hoke for Pottsville. The Cyclones trailing here by 2. Inbounds pass comes to the top to Middleton. Cyclone in the matchup zone defense. They're letting him play up around the three-point line on both sides. But underneath, Broadicum, Coach Chenault's upset. He's saying he's in the lane too long, and I think he's been in there for a good 4 or 5 seconds. Three-pointer miss there, and he's got the rebound, had it knocked from his hands. And Coach Chenault is asking about that, where there's 3 seconds in the lane. And the foul is going to be on Heinzman.
The foul is called on the Cyclones. Number 5,
And Isaac Guillen will check in for Heinzman. Heinzman comes out with 2 fouls. Guillen comes in with 2 fouls. The official getting ready to put the ball down because nobody's standing there. He's just holding it. I thought he was going to put it down. He didn't. He does hand it to Hoke. Inbounds pass comes from inside. Missing with the left hand is Court Johnson. Guillen had it. It was knocked from his hands, but picked up by Campbell. The Cyclones trailing by 2 with the basketball. Zayden Williams, corner three-pointer for Zayden Williams. And there's your first 3 made by Russellville. 95th 3 as a team on the season. Zayden with 13 points. That's as most open as he's going to get, I think, tonight, too. I mean, there was somebody within a couple steps of him. And that's an offensive foul there, a push off there by Brodigan. They were giving him a little. I think they might have been saying, watch the hands, but the officials sometimes when they see him hold the whistle, usually they're talking to somebody, but they get the push off and the foul called on on Brodigan. That's his first and the team's third. Cyclones lead at 24-23 off that three-pointer by Zayden Williams. They're still trying to stay close to him without the basketball. Backdoor cut, gets it from Brodigan, fouled on the 15-footer. And I tell you, on that play, if you're going to play that close, for our radio listeners, what they're doing is they're facing Zayden Williams no matter where the ball is. Well, you can, jab your foot one direction and go back the other direction, not realize the ball is coming, and that's what happened there on the backdoor cut. And it left Zayden open to get the basketball, and the only way to stop him was to foul him, and that's what Brodigan did, had to do it if he's going to stop the shot. That's Cade Brodigham's second foul, and he comes out of the basketball game. All-state player last year. Zayden hits the first free throw. He's got 14 in the game. He'll hit them both. He's a fantastic free throw shooter. He's 74% coming into this game. Second highest on the team. And if you don't count the 1-for-1s and 2-for-2s that we have. The Cyclones lead it here 26-23. Scoring the last 5 points has been Zayden Williams. They'll fire it inside the court. Johnson kick it back out for an open three. That one missed. Ball tipped by Celis Olson to Guillen. Back to Celis. He's going to take it all the way for the layup. Nobody faster on the court than Marcellus Olson. He ran away from defenders on the football field. He runs away from everybody there and gets the layup, and Coach Hill wants a timeout for Pottsville. The Cyclones lead it by a score of 28-23. We'll take a break. This is Cyclone basketball on the EAB Sports Network.
You belong at a school that understands your needs. At Arkansas Tech University, you'll receive a personalized education designed with your interests in mind, offering over 150 degree options both online and in person, with classes taught by dedicated instructors committed to helping you succeed in your chosen field. Grow beyond your expectations. Apply today and discover why you belong at ATU.
All right, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to give an offensive rebound to Marcellus Olson on that last play. He tipped that to Guillen on purpose. I think he should be given the defensive rebound. Sorry, not offense, defensive rebound. Celis's layup.
Okay.
Russellville scored the last 7 points, and they lead at 28-23. You okay with that?
I'm great with it.
And here's a steal by Zayden Williams, and we're going to get a foul called on Zayden in the back court. This will be number 2 on him. Both fouls coming in the second quarter in the back court. And that's number 5 on the Cyclones, so they'll go shoot free throws, and this will be J.C. Jones at the line to shoot 2. First foul is good. He used every part of the rim on that one. A week from Friday, the Cyclones are going to make the long trip up to North Arkansas to take on Mountain Home. Conference play. 2 long trips. We got Harrison and Mountain Home in our conference. Of course, we'll be hosting Alma on Tuesday night as we start our conference season. Just got to finish in the top 4 and you make the state tournament. Russellville made the state tournament last year, was knocked out by Maumelle. J.C. Jones made both free throw shots. And it stops our 7-0 run, 28-25. Here's a missed 3 by Zayden Williams. Long rebound comes to Caleb Campbell in the lane, fighting for the shot. Will miss that one. And Court Johnson with the rebound. Jones will give it off. Pass a little bit behind Johnson. He's able to collect it, though. Thrown high off the backboard, no good. Trying to take the charge was Caleb Campbell. He's just trying to dodge now, get out of the way of everybody's feet coming down. He's slow to get up. Seems to be okay. Back the other direction for the Cyclones. A 3-pointer by Caden Walton. He hit 3 of those last night. He hits 1 here, and he's got 5 in the second quarter. Cyclones up 31-25. Final minute of the first half. Court Johnson will feed it right side to Hope. With too many passes inside, is going to yield a turnover as Caleb Campbell comes away with it for Russellville. Too many hands in that lane. It clogs up all those passing lanes. You know what? Okay, we can't run it all the way down. 9 seconds differential. Zayden Williams drives to the free throw line. Will miss this one. And J.C. Jones to the rebound for Pottsville. Shot clock is off, but a long pass down the floor to Middleton, who hit the layup. His first bucket of the game. Cyclones could play for one shot, and that's what Coach Chenault wants to do here. He wants to go in no worse than being up by 4. 31-27 our score. 13 seconds left in the first half. Sellis dribbling around the half-court line just outside the Cyclone logo. He'll run it now. Coming off the screen, Caden Walton misses the three. Underneath is Isaac Guillen for the offensive putback. And that's how we'll finish the first half as Russellville leads it by a score of 33-27. Coach Chenault has something to say to the official about that. I think he thought that Caden Walton was fouled on that three-point shot, but we were Johnny on the spot there with Isaac Guillen getting the offensive rebound with the putback up and in on the offensive rebound. Russellville leads it by 6 after the first half of play, 33-27. We're going to take a break and come back. We'll have stats for you here from the first half. This is Cyclone Basketball on the EAB Sports Network.
Are you working hard to feed your family on a budget? Visit Chicken Mart to get all your Crispitos, pizza sticks, restaurant quality chicken nuggets, strips, wings, and fries all in one stop, and lots of opportunity purchases that are so good they may never come back. Check out Chicken Mart in 2 convenient locations before you go grocery shopping and see what they have for your family. Chicken Mart's been serving the River Valley since 1983 and still going strong. Visit 1808 South Arkansas Avenue or 106 Weir Road in Russellville. Chicken Mart, your chicken and more store.
At Union Bank, we're more than a place to keep your money. We're your friends and neighbors. Sure, we've got checking and savings and digital banking with all the bells and whistles. So what really sets us apart? We know your name, not just an account number. And we're focused on serving you and our community because just like you, we call this home too. We invite you to discover the Union Way, where relationships matter. Visit us online at gounion.bank. Union Bank, member FDIC.
Why trust River Valley Tinting and Glass? Well, River Valley Tinting and Glass is a family-owned business, and they take care of their customers like family too. So remember, your local auto, residential and commercial glass and tinting company, River Valley Tinting and Glass. Check out their work on Facebook or call 890-5839 to get an estimate. Or you can always come by 2202 East 2nd Street to see all they can do for you. From a business you can trust, River Valley Tinting and Glass.
It's John here at Huntington Learning Center in Russellville, and I'm excited to share how we're making a real difference for families right here in the River Valley. Parents are saying things to us like, my child is finally excited to learn again. Whether your student needs to catch up, stay sharp, or boost a good ACT score even higher, Huntington's personalized programs can help them thrive.
Call Huntington Learning Center at 1-800-CAN-LEARN or visit huntingtonhelps.com today.
Back at the Farmers Co-op, and Mike Apple's along with us. Mike, whenever we're thinking about the Farmers Co-op, it's that variety that people love and the great selection that they'll find at their local co-op, East Main Russellville, also in Danville.
That's true. We have all the items for the farm and ranch, but we also have lawn and garden, pet supplies, just a very wide variety of products.
The Farmers Co-op in Russellville, exit 84 off Interstate 40, East Main Russellville, also in Danville.
The folks at Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air want to take a moment to not only thank you for your business, but also the opportunity to work for you and give your family whole house comfort. Every kind word that you put online and personal recommendation to your friends and family is appreciated. And customers like you are not only vital to their business, but vital to making our community as great as it is. From their family to yours, thank you from Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air.
We're at halftime where the Russellville Cyclones leads Pottsville 33-27. It's a very tight game. Pottsville is 5 of 9 from the three-point, and for the charity stripe, they're 4 of 6. Russellville, they are guarding our players so tight. The three-point shooters, Campbell and Walton and Williams, we're 2 of 3, and we're 5 of 6 from the charity stripe. we're playing good defense. Gillen, I've already got him down for 6 rebounds. Campbell with 6 rebounds. We're playing great defense, and as long as we can control the boards, and we're doing that right now, but we've got to be careful if possible. They like to work the ball on the inside. We saw that in the first half where they try to get behind your player and get the ball on the inside and score. But right now we're leading 33-27.
Well, unlike the girls' game where the Lady Cyclones never trailed, Russellville trailed quite a bit in that first half. And the reason they trailed was the emergence of J.C. Jones, who was held scoreless in the first quarter, but ended up with 13 points in the second quarter to lead possible in overall scoring, and he's the reason they took that lead. The Cyclones came back because they answered with Zayden Williams, who had 11 points in the second quarter. He leads the Cyclones with 15. Your overall scores for Russellville is Zayden Williams with 15, 6 points for Isaac Guillen to match those 6 rebounds, 5 points for Caden Walton, 4 for Marcellus Olson, and 3 points for Caleb Campbell. For Pottsville, 13 for J.C. Jones. We mentioned that. 9 points for Caleb Lewis, all 9 of his in the first quarter. 3 points for Cade Brodigam and 2 points for Ryder Middleton. Several players on both teams with 2 fouls, but nobody with 3 or more for Pottsville. Lewis and Brodigam each with 2 for the Cyclones. Williams and Heinzman and Guillen each with 2 fouls in that first half. We're going to take another break, come back with more. The Cyclones lead it here at the half, 33-27. This is Cyclone basketball on the EAB Sports Network.
A career in cosmetology is one where your success depends on you. But did you know cosmetology is more than just hair? If you want to do manicures and pedicures only, ask about the Nail Tech program at Arkansas Beauty College so you can provide high-quality manis and pedis to your clients. Arkansas Beauty College is also ACCSC accredited, so financial aid is available to those who qualify. To learn more, call Arkansas Beauty College at 968-3075 today. Earnings are according to the clients you build.
Arkansas Tire and Auto Service, we're more than just tires. Consistent, responsive, honest and fair. What makes us different? We're the ones who care. Trust our experience to know what you need. Professional and fast, see what we mean. Arkansas Tire and Auto Service, we're more than just tires.
Arkansas Tire and Auto Service, 2304 East Main, Russellville.
Feel Right Autoplex, we want your car. We're giving cash on the spot, no trade necessary. Right now, we are buying local and giving more money than ever for local trades. Plus, while you're here, check out the 0% financing on 2025 GMC Sierra, or 2.99% for up to 72 months on 2025 Chevrolet Silverado. Feel Right Autoplex, we want your vehicle and we're willing to pay for it. Bring us your car today and leave with cash in hand. Come see us today at Feel Right Autoplex, Russellville.
When you're working outdoors, unpredictability is the norm. You want a side-by-side that can tackle big jobs and even bigger backwoods adventures. You want the new 2025 Honda Pioneer 700. Check out the 2025 Honda Pioneer 700 today at Honda of Russellville, 220 Lakefront Drive. For your safety, read the owner's manual. Wear a helmet, use eye protection, keep the side nets and doors closed, and always wear seat belts. Honda side-by-sides are for riders 16 and older.
Roll into 2026 on a brand new set of safe tires from R&R Tire Express. Right now at R&R, just $5 gets you started on a brand new set of safe, reliable tires. That's right, just $5 today, and you roll out on new tires before the ball even drops. And R&R makes it easy with 6 months same as cash, no interest, no credit check, affordable payment options, and everyone's approved. On East Parkway Drive next to Starbucks in Russellville.
Stella Manor Nursing and Rehabilitation provides skilled professional care in a compassionate, supportive, and comfortable atmosphere. Whether it's long-term care, a short-term respite, or 24-hour skilled nursing, Stella Manor offers compassionate, professional support in a comfortable, family-like setting. With a full therapy program, hospice partnerships, and director-led activities every day, your loved one receives care that goes beyond the basics. Call or visit today to see the difference compassion makes at Stella Manor Nursing and Rehabilitation.
Welcome back. The Cyclones lead it Okay, yeah. Cyclones will lead it by a score of 33-27, and Coach Chenault was talking about how hot J.C. Jones was in that second quarter, and he says, "My goodness, that guy just came to life." He's right, 13 points in the second quarter, but the Cyclones still lead it here by 6, able to come away with that lead because of Zayden Williams, Caden Walton with the big three, and even Marcellus Olson getting that rebound and layup the other side. Tell you what, we're going to start the second half in about 60 seconds, so we're going to go ahead and stop right here and just take another 60-second break, if that's okay, Stephen, and then come back with the start of the second half. This is Cyclone Basketball on the EAB Sports Network.
West Fraser is looking for skilled electricians to join their team in a role that's more than just a job. It's a career. If you've got experience with 3-phase power, 480-volt systems, and machine controls, West Fraser wants to hear from you. You'll work hands-on, solving real problems and growing with a team that promotes within. Solid day one benefits, competitive pay, and a culture that puts people first. Build your career with West Fraser. Apply today at westfraser.com/careers.
There's just something nice about having a friend in the business. Johnny Story in to visit with you about River Valley Furniture, Russellville. There's a good reason why River Valley Furniture has been in business more than 3 decades. More than likely, you, your mom and dad, or your grandparents have purchased furniture from River Valley Furniture, and now you have that same opportunity to check out their new Ashley Home Store, Highway 331. River Valley Furniture, south of high prices.
Starting the second half, the Cyclones are with the lead, and they'll have the basketball. Zayden Williams, Marcellus Olson, Isaac Guillen, Caleb Campbell, and Talon Heinzman gets the start of the second half for the Cyclones. There's a long three try there by Caleb Campbell. That one misses. Rebound, going to go all the way out to the top of the key before J.C. Jones will get the rebound. I was sidetracked because of a player that fell down. There's a block shot there by Guillen. Cyclones had it, lost it, tried to feed inside, and a steal there by Caleb Campbell, and he's going to be fouled in the backcourt by Cade Brodigam. And Coach Garrett Hill's upset with the official there. He likes to talk a lot, the official. We've seen games here the last 2 days and ongoing conversations, and he's upset about something, I think, about Caleb Lewis hitting the deck there. I actually thought he crashed into the official, but I was kind of shielded from the play. But Caleb Campbell, credit him because they were going to get a wide open layup underneath, and he jumped up from inside the lane to intercept that pass and was fouled by Brodigam, who picked up his 3rd foul. They're going to go to the high post outside the lane again, kicks it back out to Caleb. Here's Zayden Williams, jab step, not there. Another jab step. He's going to do 3 of them before they come to the double team, and the player guarding him fell down. Here's Marcellus Olson on the drive, all the way to the rim.
Oh, he is so quick and so fast.
Yeah, he is. He's really fast. Shows you why he can run away from people. Here's a drive to the basket and a reach-in foul. This is on
number 2.
No, he got ball there. They're going to call Zayden Williams for his 3rd personal foul. Oh, that was
12.
Okay, I'll say that was not Zayden Williams. Okay. All right, so sorry, folks. Sometimes we get in here because we're so close we can hear. They called Zayden Williams with a foul, and he got all ball. That's not who the foul was called on. The official just changed it and said, okay, no, it was 12, so it goes on Caden Walton. That'll be his first. And what Coach Chenault was saying, if it's on Zayden Williams, it's not a shooting foul because it was out on the floor. And he still took another dribble or actually 2 steps after that. And so then they changed it, said it was on 12, which was in the process of shooting. And Caleb Lewis hits 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He's got 10 points. 35-28 is the score. The Cyclones lead it. All that. And what we end up with is Walton with the foul and Lewis 1 of 2 from the free throw line. We had a good look at Williams. He did get all the ball, and it was just sort of a side swipe there. And didn't really affect the play either. Williams shake and bake, shakes his man all the way there. Shot partially blocked on his way to the rim. The rebound comes to Court Johnson. Long pass down the floor to Brodigam. Spin move along the block is stopped. Interior pass to Johnson, who misses from inside. Guillen wrestling away the rebound. We get a whistle and a foul called. This is on Brodigam. That's number 4. It's another frustration foul, and it is 4 on Cade Brodigam, the All-State player from last year. And I was surprised he's actually in there, and I just looked down, and Coach Garrett Hill, they told him that's 4, and he said let him play.
My goodness.
That's got 4. And now they're questioning if that's 4 on Brodigam. He's picked up 2 here in this quarter. That's his 4th. They're checking that out. I think they thought it was 3. Maybe that's why Coach Hill said let him play. And there's Marcellus Olson all the way once again to the rim. He slid on the deck after that. Was celebrating that layup. 37-28, the Cyclones with the lead. Lewis, open right side, missed the 3. He's human. With the rebound, though, underneath Hoke. He'll kick it back out. Corner 3 for Jones. He'll miss. Another rebound for Hoke. From in the lane, he says, I'll do it myself. He missed it from inside. Ball tipped around. Can Russellville come up with it? Goes out of bounds. Last touch by Pottsville to belong to. No, it's last touch by the Cyclones, they say. That was actually last touch by Brodigam. I think the official missed that one.
He's saying Campbell got it on his knee.
Okay. And Coach Chenault just wants an explanation. And he's saying it went off White's foot and hit the knee, and Coach Chenault shaking his head. So he's fine with the explanation. That's all he wanted, I think, just an explanation on it. And so Pottsville basketball happened right in front of the Pottsville bench. They have it here. The shot had hit the rim before nobody had possession, so the shot clock had reset. Here's Lewis. They'll kick it back out. They're throwing in the corner, looking for J.C. Jones. He's out on the left wing, not with the basketball yet. 13 seconds on the shot clock. He's floated in the corner. Now he has it. Jones double team, needs some help. Get it back in the corner. 7 seconds to shoot.
No foul.
And now he traveled with a basketball. Marcellus Olson stepped into the passing lane, and he caused Ryder Middleton to stutter step because he couldn't throw it where he wanted to. And now Coach Hill will call timeout for Pottsville. The Cyclones will have it when we come back. 37-28 our score. The Cyclones lead it. This is Cyclone basketball on the EAB Sports Network.
Are you ready to take your beauty career to the next level? HairTech Studios is hiring estheticians, masseuses, salon professionals, and more to join their state-of-the-art family-owned salon and spa that's been serving the River Valley for over 30 years and counting. They offer hair, nails, waxing, extensions, permanent cosmetics, and spa services. This is your chance to grow your clientele and your career with a team that feels like family. Apply today and schedule your interview with Sharon Callahan at HairTech Studios, 211 North Detroit Avenue.
Cyclones lead it here 37-28. That timeout by Garrett Hill is their second one used. You get 5 timeouts. You can take them any time. Cyclones will still all 5 of their timeouts left. Well, the coach of Garrett Hill, very familiar with Pottsville. He graduated from Pottsville, went and played at Arkansas Tech, came back to Pottsville to be the assistant coach there with Coach Thurman, and then took over. Coach Thurman now, I believe, is the superintendent there at Pottsville. Russellville coming out of that timeout. We were listening a little bit and checking in with the foul situation. It is 4 on Brodigam. And I think Pottsville thought the first foul was on somebody else in this quarter. And he's actually committed the last 4 fouls for Pottsville. The last 2 in the second quarter, the first 2 here in the third quarter is what we were told. I just knew it was 4. Marcellus Olson in the lane will give it underneath to Guillen. Has a shot blocked, comes down with it. They're going to say a tied-up basketball. It'll belong to Pottsville in the alternating possession. Sometimes if you let go of that doesn't get called, but he kept it, so that's why the tied-up basketball. Russellville going to press a little bit in the backcourt just with a 2-man press. Almost man-to-man. They got 4 seconds to get it across. They'll float it in the front court with a pass to Hoke. And then reset their offense. This gives them a little bit less time to run their offense. 20 seconds on the shot clock. They'll feed it inside to Middleton and whistle a foul called on the Cyclones. And this will be on Marcellus Olson. That's his second. 4 minutes, 20 seconds left to play here in the third. The Cyclones lead at 37-28. 28. Their largest lead of the game. To the line will be Ryder Middleton, sophomore for Pottsville. Was their leading scorer last year in junior high. Hits the first free throw. He's 1 of 3, missed 2 in the first quarter. He's got 3 points. Missed this one and trying to get the rebound. He actually knocked it away from his teammate Caleb Lewis. Sellis all the way trying to go, miss the layup from inside. The rebound comes to the Apaches, ahead to Hoke. Jones pull-up jumper from 15 and blocked there by Williams. He's going to get whistled for the foul. Looked like it was a Cyclones thought it was a clean block. The ball went straight up in the air from about 16, 17-foot shot. The ball went about 3 feet because it went straight up in the air and was blocked there. That's number 3 on him. And the free throw missed by Jones, who was perfect from the line until then. And he hits 1 of 2. He's got 14 points, 37-30. So now Williams got to be careful with 3. He has not scored in this quarter, but he's got 15 points for the game. They're double teaming him. He's trying to draw. He's just asking the official. I thought that was a foul, and he told him to keep his mouth shut. No, he just saw that. There's a missed shot from inside by Isaac Guillen. Potts for the rebound, throwing it down the floor. Hoke. And now, let's see, spin move. Caleb Campbell trying to take charge. He's on the floor. Guillen on the floor. He's injured. Russellville, it's a 3-on-5, and I don't think they realize Guillen is injured. The officials don't realize it. They ran away from him, didn't realize he's on the floor. And so they finally stopped play because the Cyclones had the ball, and our trainer Mike Hilton is out there to check on him. And he is up and started to walk off under his own power, but he's slowly moving here. Caden Walton is asking the ref if he can check in for him. Campbell had hit the deck because he was trying to take the charge. I don't know what had happened to Guillen. Okay, and I'm listening to, I'm sorry, go ahead. He's saying it goes, I heard a pop, and so that's not a good sign. I don't know if it's a knee or an ankle, but that's what Guillen had told Mike Hilton just now. And they aren't going to go to the training room. They're going to go off to where the training area is here, but not back in the. Mike Hilton has his own training room back here at Cyclone Arena. Here's a drive and a shot made by Zayden Williams. He draws a foul. That's an incredible play. Hung in the air, drew the contact, and the shot looked like it was going to be short. It hit the iron and then fell through. That's number 3 on Hoke. Picked up 2 fouls in the first quarter, just now picking up his 3rd. And it's going to send Zayden Williams to the free throw line for the and 1 opportunity. He misses this one with the rebound as J.C. Jones trapped in the backcourt. He'll get the pass away to Caleb Lewis. That's the first miss from the free throw line tonight for Zayden Lewis. Sorry, for Zayden Williams. I'm looking at Caleb Lewis with the basketball, who dishes off to the right side. Hoke on the drive. He'll miss the layup and a whistle and a foul called. Fouls are starting to mount up now for both teams. This is going to be 2 on Caden Walton, and the 4th foul called on the Cyclones.
His second personal, sending Anthony Hoke to the line.
Anthony Hoke will go to the free throw line. Has not scored in the game tonight. Cyclones leading by 9 for the second time. This is 39-30 right now. First free throw is no good. Boston Heflin, the 6'1 senior, will come in. He'll hit the second, so he hits 1 of 2. 39-31. The Cyclones with an 8-point lead. Too many numbers in this going on right now. Confusing my brain. 3:05 left to play. Here's a flash and a steal by Anthony Hoke in the front court, waiting on some teammates. J.C. Jones, the pass knocked away by Caleb Campbell. He's going to be whistled for his second personal foul, coming in from the backside. We're getting a little ticky now. They let him play a lot around the wing. I even mentioned that in the first and second quarter. They're not letting him play near as much. Every little thing getting called. And this is going to be a shooting foul because the Cyclones realize that the Cyclones have 5 personal fouls now. And that's the guy you don't want on the free throw line if you're the Cyclones, because J.C. Jones has been fantastic from there as he hits the first. He's 6 of 7. waiting his second free throw. He'll hit this one also. All his points in the second half coming from the free throw line, 39-33.
They shot 9 free throws in this quarter. We shot 1.
That's right.
How about that?
Here's Zayden Williams, and now I'm telling you, it's getting really tight called now. They call that as Zayden Williams was out on he was on the drive and waiting on the second whistle. Sorry. What happened was he was on the drive. He got fouled and actually got cut on the play, and now he's bleeding on his left hand. It's a cut across the opposite of the palm side of the hand there, and they're saying he's got to come off, and he says it's not actually bleeding and need to wipe it off a little bit. And so they're tending to him. If you do this quickly, they'll usually let you stay in the game. That foul called on Hoke, that's his 4th. And so the Cyclones will keep Zayden Williams in the ball game. And now whistle and a foul before the ball's inbounded.
That's on Lewis.
Okay. They said 2, and I thought, oh, no, not on Williams. It's on Caleb Lewis. That's his 3rd. And now we're up to 5, so we get to go to the free throw line here to shoot 2. Waiting the free throws by Williams. He hits the first for the Cyclones. Appreciate you joining us if you're watching us on the Cyclone Booth YouTube channel, if you're listening to us on 102.3 KCJC. Again, we'll be with you on Tuesday night next week as it's conference season, 6A West. Girls will tip off at 6, the boys at 7:30. But if you're in the area, come out here to Cyclone Arena, Russellville against Alma. Second free throw is good. He hits them both. He's got 4 points in this quarter and 19 for the game. The Cyclones lead at 41-33. Lewis stepped back, 15-footer, kind of stutter-stepped. I think that threw him off a little bit. The long rebound comes to Zayden Williams, who's being hounded in the backcourt by Heflin. Williams was trying to draw a foul in the backcourt before he brings up the floor himself. He's going to be picked up by Caleb Lewis. Stop and go, needs some help, ball knocked away, and this is going to hit our microphone. I'm so sorry, Stephen Berry. I couldn't shield it. I saw it coming, and we have a crowd mic right on the floor, and that basketball came right. I couldn't get my foot out there in time to knock it away. I know that's got to pop his ears, I bet you. Sorry about that. 41-33, the Cyclones lead it here. Crossover dribble by Olsen. Shot rolls off the iron with the rebound. Pottsville had it, and it's taken away by Talon Heinzman. It's going to be a tied-up basketball, and I say taken away because we get the alternating possession. Good job by Talon. He came up backside, and they weren't ready for it. They had 2 teammates there, and Heflin did not realize that Heinzman was right next to it.
That's a great move by Heinzman.
And they're saying reset the shot clock there because Pottsville did have possession of it. Inbounds pass comes to William, who's double-teamed. They back off now. It's man-to-man with Lewis. He's on the left wing. They got a double team on him now. Step back, baseline jumper is good. 21 points for Zayden Williams. They double-teamed him when he didn't have the basketball. And they're trying to draw a foul on Williams. Coach Hill has a lot to talk about the official. He is upset about it. And this is going to be a foul on this side on Talon Heinzman. He'll be his 3rd, and it's going to put them on the free throw line. It's not going to have much flow the rest of this quarter because everybody's going to be shooting free throws. And Coach Hill still talking to now he's working on the other official. He wants a foul called, offensive foul called on Zayden Williams. That's the only way you can stop Zayden. Just get him in foul they have had a guy in his face, and he has been knocking down shots right and left. 21 points for the junior. He's toppled 30 points twice this year, 30 at Arkadelphia, 32 against Heritage. Jones hits them both. All his points coming in the 3rd quarter have come from the free throw line as he is 5 of 6 just in the 3rd quarter.
I think Lewis has picked up his 4th foul.
He just did, you're right. Let me finish that thought on J.C. Jones. He's 9 of 10 from the free throw line. Incredible. And you're right, Lewis has just picked up his 4th foul. They're guarding Williams so close, and at that point, he's at the half-court line, and that's where the foul comes. And I agree with you. Be as tight as you can on Lewis, but when you're 50 feet away from the basket, you probably lay off, and he misses the free throw, does Williams, but it ends up being a fourth foul on Lewis. He will come out of the basketball game. Mowdy, number 1, will come in. Eli Mowdy, I believe is what they said. He wasn't on our initial roster. He'll miss them both. Pottsville with the rebound. 1:41 left to play here in the third. Cyclones lead at 43-35. Corner 3 hits there for Ryder Middleton, his first three-pointer of the game. He's got 6 points. 1:28 left to play here in the third. 5-point lead for the Cyclones. As with free throws and that 3, they've cut into this Cyclone lead. Olsen feeds it inside, goes off the hands of Guillen and out of bounds. Minute 15 left to play here in the third. Pottsville has come back, again, with the help of some made free throws, hitting that 3. In fact, that three-pointer is their only made field goal of this quarter. All their other points, they hit from the free throw line. Eight made free throws, and then that 3 has cut the lead to 5. A minute left to play here in the third. 20 seconds on the shot clock. J.C. Jones, Russellville will double team him. Ball knocked loose. He goes to his knees. A timeout called by Garrett Hill. He was worried about the traveling violation going to be called. He'll use a timeout, and we'll take it with him. 52 seconds left to play here in the third. The Cyclones to lead it here 43-38. This is Cyclone basketball on the EAB Sports Network.
Chambers Bank in Dardanelle is a full-service community bank that loves helping their community succeed and values their partnership with customers and businesses. Every relationship is important and starts with trust at Chambers Bank. They're available in person as a trusted local resource for your banking and financial needs, with 2 convenient branches in Dardanelle at 6th and Union and 4th and Union. Or call 479-229-1505 to start community banking with Chambers Bank. Member FDIC.
KCJC, Dardanelle, Russellville.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is
River Country. KCJC.
An EAB Media Group radio station.
Welcome back. Pottsville taking this timeout to save possession of the basketball. When we come back, the action, they'll have 13 seconds on the shot clock. They have 2 timeouts left, 5 timeouts for the Cyclones. Russellville has not used a timeout yet. Pottsville, 12 or 14 free throw attempts here in the third quarter alone. They have 1 made 3. That's been their only made field goal of this quarter. The Cyclones have field goals made by Zayden Williams and Marcellus Olsen. But it's been a struggle with the flow because of all the fouls called here in the third quarter. Inbounds pass comes to Court Johnson. 10 seconds to shoot, and he's without a dribble. He'll get it to J.C. Jones. He backs up near midcourt with 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Double team in the corner. Faking a 3, now pulling a trigger on the 3. Missing it. It would have counted with the rebound. Heflin has it. He'll kick it back out to Jones. Jones, spin move, knocked away by Marcellus Olsen. The Cyclones have it. Talon Heinzman, smart play. He caught it and stopped. He was going to be out of control. Back the other direction, 3-pointer missed by Williams from the corner. Ball is loose. It's picked up there by Rydell Milton. Knocked away from behind by Zayden Williams. Williams, as he knocked it away, it comes up to Talon Heinzman. The Cyclones will play for 1 shot here with 10 seconds left to play here in the third. It's a 5-point lead for Russellville. Williams, double team, being bumped a little bit, uses the screen. His pass deflected out by Heflin. Heflin, he's going to shoot a 3 on the buzzer and miss. I don't think he realized how much time he had on it. Could have pulled up for maybe 15, but that's the end of a third quarter that ended in a flurry. The Cyclones hanging on right now, leading by a score of 43-38. We'll take a break. This is Cyclone basketball on the EAB Sports Network.
If you find water leaking from your ceiling, it's important that you take immediate action to avoid further damage to your home. Leaking roofs never fix themselves or get better on their own, so even if the leak isn't that bad yet, you should get it fixed now. Call Miller Roofing Company. They've been serving the River Valley since 1991 with a reputation for superior work and reliability. So before that leak gets worse, call Miller Roofing Company, 890-3499 to set up an inspection. Car trouble, big or small, Oscar's Auto Repair does it all. From oil changes to brake work to those tricky transmissions with the weird mechanical issues no one can figure out, the experts at Oscar's have you covered. Stranded? Call Oscar's for fast, dependable towing. Need a replacement vehicle? Ask about their on-site rental cars to get you back on the road in no time. Whatever vehicle issue you're struggling with, remember Oscar's Auto Repair, 1000 East 28th Street, Russellville.
Welcome back. The Cyclones lead it here by 5, 43-38. As we begin the fourth quarter, the possible Apaches will have it to start the quarter.
Yeah, they shot 17 free throws in that quarter, made 12 of them. We shot 5.
Yeah, and all 5 of those by Zayden Williams. I'm checking to see if who's on the floor for the Cyclones. It's Guillen, Heinzman, Williams, Campbell, and Olsen as we start the final quarter of play. Heflin for Pottsville will give this one up to Middleton. Running around the three-point line, now double team. Jones without the dribble gets the pass over to Heflin. 15-footer pull up there, knocked down by Court Johnson. That's his first field goal of the game. It's a three-point game. Cyclones leading by 3. Need to find some offense from somewhere. In the corner is Talon Heinzman. Whistle and a foul away from the basketball there. Grabbing Zayden Williams underneath, and this was going to be on number 13, Ryder Middleton. Zayden's trying to run baseline to baseline, and they just grabbed him on the way through, and the official was standing right there, so gets the foul on Middleton. That's his second, the team's first. Inbounds pass comes to Zayden Williams out on the wing. He'll fake the 3, step inside the lane, pulls up jumper, missed that one from 8 feet. The rebound, Pottsville has it, and they can tie it here with a three-pointer. They step inside the three-point line, missed the shot there by J.C. Jones. Marcellus Olsen has it for Russellville. Drives, tried to kick it out, it was deflected, and Williams will miss this one. Williams will grab it, and a cross-court pass over to Heinzman. In the corner, Heinzman gets it over to Olsen, who missed the 3, but away from the play before the shot was taken. We'll get a foul called on Talon, and he's got 4. That'll be his 4th and the team's first. And Coach Chenault wants to take a timeout. We'll take a quick break. 6:52 left to play here in the ball game. Cyclones leading at 43-40. This is Cyclone basketball on the EAB Sports Network.
Russellville School District has opportunities for you. Russellville School District currently has openings for custodial positions. Shifts are 2 in the afternoon until 10 p.m. Monday through Friday with an 11-month contract. This position has benefits, paid sick time, personal time, and retirement plans included. Insurance is offered. Russellville School District, achieving excellence together. Call 968-1306 or visit rsdk12.net to apply online and join the team.
Coach Chenault talking to his team, and he's saying, hey, we need somebody to step up right now. And he goes, that's what I need, some players. Right now it's a gut check time because, everybody's played 3 games in 3 days, but Cyclones with the 2 tough games, especially the one last night against Conway, and battling back from being down double digits, losing by a point. And it is gut check time now for the Cyclones as they lead 43-40. Pottsville with the basketball. The Cyclones going to trap in the backcourt. Long pass to half court. They'll get it across the timeline. Now shot blocked there. Tried the left hand shot, and it was blocked by Caleb Campbell. Guillen with the rebound, and we got a foul called as they surrounded him, trying to tie it up. You try to tie him up, as soon as you grab that arm, you're going to get called. And Coach Hill not happy about that, but it can't be anything else. They never actually had the basketball. It was on Boston Heflin, and he wasn't swinging his elbows. He kept his elbows tucked in. That's what you got to do. Can't be anything but a foul there. If they'd grabbed the basketball, then you could call a tied-up basketball. Williams double team. They're double teaming even when he doesn't have the basketball. He gets the pass off. Here's Guillen inside the lane. Spin move. Shot up and missed. It hit the back of the iron, the front of the iron, and just fell. Long pass ahead. Molding, and they'll get back up to Jones at the top of the key. Fake the 3. Thought he was going to step back 3. Heflin Instead, will actually take the three. The rebound goes out of bounds. Good job there by Isaac Guillen for the Cyclones to shield anybody from trying to jump and save that in the corner. Isaac Guillen, good to see him back on the floor. Remember, he had felt his knee pop a little bit, went and got checked out. He's back on, and now they're going to take him out. He's using him sparingly here. See if he might go to the training table in between getting back in the game. 6 minutes left to play. The Cyclones lead it by 3. And now we have a foul underneath. And they just grabbed Zayden Williams. Molding just grabbed him. And I got to tell you, folks, I don't know if you're watching it, you didn't see it at all because the ball was still in the back court. Zayden Williams was actually on the block. The play wasn't even an offensive side yet. And they grabbed a hold of him, and they called the foul. Did it right in front of the official there again. So Russellville will inbound it, and they tried to get it inbounds. It's stolen away by Pottsville. Lewis with it, gets in the corner. Here's a three-pointer blocked there by Zayden Williams. The Cyclones cannot save it inbounds. Heinzman gave it a go, but could not save it inbounds.
That's 3 blocks I've got for Williams.
And that one on a 3. Inbounds pass comes on the block. They airballed a shot from 5 feet. I think they're expected to get fouled. Campbell, the rebound ahead to Heinzman. He'll draw contact, missed the layup. Zeta was going to be there for the follow. And we'll get a foul called on number 12, J.C. Jones. That's his second.
Right now, Pottsville has 4 fouls.
Yeah, Coach Hill he's working this official. I think when one gets tired, he'll just go to the other one. Talon Heinzman going to shoot free throws here. And he'll get the first one. That's his first point of the game. 59% on the season now. That'll help his average. He's 11 of 18 on the season. Missed this one. Rebound, we're going to get a foul call. This will be on Caleb Campbell, and that'll be his third. Guillen will check back in for the Cyclones. Again, trying to use him as much as you can. Comes out, gets a little treatment, comes back. And Caden Walton will check out. He actually has a wrap on his pinky because of issue he has with his fingernail. We saw that come off last night. It actually came off again on that last trip down the floor, so he comes off and gets it from the trainer who had helped collect it. Back to action. The Cyclones lead at 44-40. 5:26 left to play in the ball game. Lewis will try his hand at a three. That one's short. Rebound tipped, and let's see. Pottsville going to chase it down in the corner. Jones falling out of bounds, saves it to Caleb Lewis. This is Brodigam at the top of the key, guarded by Williams. Tries to go around left side. Not there. Pulls up. 15-footer shot. Partially blocked there by Williams. Caleb Campbell fires it down the floor to Zayden all the way. Reverse layup. Oh, my goodness. What a shot. That was the only way he was going to get that off, and Pottsville throws it away in the front court. If Zayden goes up with his left hand, guys, that's going to be blocked. The only way was do a reverse layup and use the goal as a defender for himself, shielding the defenders of Pottsville. He's got 23, and give Campbell the long assist on that one. Pottsville throwing it away. The Cyclones lead it by 6. Here's Zayden Williams around a triple team, and the ball is going to be taken away. Tried to pass it away, and it was intercepted by Cade Brodigam. Looked like a travel is what the Cyclones wanted. Didn't get it, but the missed shot. Rebound comes to Olsen for the Cyclones. Not there. He had the 1-on-2. Didn't like the angle. Looked like they were going to be setting up to take the charge. So a smart play by Silas to back it back out. 4:18 left to play in the game. The Cyclones lead at 46-40. Games are never easy in this arena, are they? They're never easy. We don't have any laughers or blowouts. And now a whistle and an offensive foul called on the Cyclones. Caleb Campbell, and he's got 4. So he said illegal screen, and Caleb had asked. He's getting explanation on. Nope.
Oh.
Under 4 minutes to play. He's getting an explanation from the ref, as I was trying to say. And so he's got 4. He's got to be careful. Caleb Campbell getting the rebound off the defensive side here. And again, doing a good job not swinging your elbows. You'll get called with an offensive foul there. Back the other direction. Heinzman, dipsy-do from the baseline. Talon's first field goal of the game. The Cyclones lead at 48-40. .329 left to play here in the basketball game. The Cyclones lead at 48-40 in the corner. Passing on the three was Johnson. He'll take a 15-footer. I think he's hurt his confidence a little bit. He hadn't hit anything. And the rebound comes to Pottsville. Jones will miss a three-pointer. Another Pottsville offensive rebound from underneath, and he's tied up with the basketball, and it'll belong to Russell. I'll be honest with you, I thought there was going to be a travel because he spun his pivot foot, it looked like. So the alternating position goes to Russellville. If it was a travel, we would still get the next jump ball. And now Russellville wants to take a timeout. We'll take it with them. 3:11 left to play in the ball game. The Cyclones lead it by a score of 48-40. This is Cyclone basketball on the EAB Sports Network.
Since 1971, Sorrell's Body Shop's top priority has been customer satisfaction. The folks at Sorrell's get the job done right by providing their customers state-of-the-art equipment and highly skilled professional service technicians. The mission at Sorrell's is to deliver the most professional, ethical, highest quality service while giving back to their community every day. Sorrell's Body Shop, proudly supporting the Russellville school system. Go Cyclones!
Cyclones got to play through some foul trouble for the next 3:11. They lead it by 8. And with the basketball, they will not get the next alternating possession. But they got it right now in that last tied-up basketball. It's so easy to say jump ball. You know, I gotta correct myself each time I try to say it. Heinzman at the top. He's going to take it all the way to the rim. We have so many people that can beat you off the dribble. Olsen can. Zayden obviously can. And there's Talon Heinzman doing it so quick. He's got 5 points and coming at the exact right time. Cyclones lead by 10.
That's twice he's done that, yeah.
Boy, they got away with a travel there. Hope did. He tries to get the pass back, and it was a bad pass to him and actually hit off his foot. Pottsville very fortunate that it went off the Cyclones. They tried to give it back to Hope, and they threw it right at his feet. He had no chance to grab that. He did travel when he got the basketball, but they was not called. Here's a pull-up jumper on the drive there by J.C. Jones, and Caleb Campbell coming away with the rebound and an alternating possession as he's tied up. Will belong to Pottsville this time. And let's see, Guillen will come out. Caden Walton will come in. I'm trying to see who was coming out. And they'll reset the shot clock. 2:18 left to play in the game. Cyclones lead it by 10. Here's a pull-up jumper off the inbounds pass by Court Johnson. He's got all 4 points for Pottsville in the fourth quarter. The Cyclones had scored the last 7 points until that right there. Talon Heinzman. Looked like he was trying to get it to Caleb Campbell, but they were on him close. Here's Caden Walton. He'll turn around and give it to Zayden Williams. Here comes. You can see the double team coming with Jones. And now look, a triple team. Yeah, here it comes. Double team. He gets the pass away. Somebody's open. Sellis along the baseline. They couldn't see Walton, who was open. He's still open in the lane. Pull-up jumper by Sellis is no good. Heinzman got the rebound. He's hit across the forehead. They're inadvertent. I don't mean to say it was on purpose, but Hoke came down. His forearm hit the forehead of Talon Heinzman, and Hoke has fouled out of the basketball game with 1 point. Yeah, Hoke was going for the basketball also, but Talon had grabbed it, snatched it away, and Talon will go to the line to shoot 2. It was the inside of the forearm, I think. I don't think it was, wasn't like a wrestling move there. Talon will shoot 2. Caleb Lewis back in the game for Pottsville. Minute 39 left to go in the game. Free throws always important, but so important here in the fourth quarter. And Talon hits the first. He's 2 of 3 from the line. He's got 6 points in the game. You think Tommy's nervous when he's shooting those?
I bet he's willing it to go in.
Looking at Tommy Heinzman there in fourth row. But both of them go in for Talon, and the Cyclones back up by 10. J.C. Jones, a step back 18-footer, will miss this one. Rebound, Caleb Campbell had it, and a whistle and a foul called. He was knocked to the floor there. And this will be on number 1, Molding. We believe his name's Eli Molding.
Number 11.
Oh, no, they say 1.
Johnson.
I saw 1. I didn't see 1-1. So it is on Court Johnson. That's his first. And it's the team's 5th. Cyclones have possession, so what that means is that Russellville does get 2 shots here. If it was a loose ball foul, you would not have. Can't be penalized twice, but that's going to send Caleb Campbell to the free throw line to shoot 2. Caleb, they've done a really good job on him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. He had 3 in the first quarter on a 3-point play, and he hasn't scored since. But he hits that free throw there. He'll miss the second one, makes 1 of 2. The Cyclones up by 11, their largest lead of the game. 3-pointer by Brodigan, right side, short on that one, ball tipped out, and Heinzman, can he come up with it? I was getting ready to say Pottsville basketball. Heinzman came out of nowhere. It is going to be Pottsville basketball, but he knocked it all the way into backcourt. Unbelievable hustle there by Talon. And Coach Chenal saying, don't foul. That's what you do. Play defense, don't foul. And now he says, hey, I actually want a timeout to talk about it. So Cyclones will use a timeout. We'll take a break. 1:10 left to play here in the ball game. 60-second timeout if you want to do it, Stephen. 53-42, the Cyclones lead it. This is Cyclone basketball on the EAB Sports Network.
It's New Year's time, and that means it's time to attack your goals with the same intensity you bring to the court. Coach Quentin brings high-energy strength and conditioning, speed and agility work, and a training culture built on discipline and confidence. Whether you're an athlete preparing for spring sports or just determined to get stronger and healthier, this is where real change starts. Visit QCTrainingFitness.com or find QC Training LLC on Facebook to sign up. Start your year with purpose. Join QC Training now.
Running a business, a household, or just everyday life can be hectic. The last thing you want to have to think about is banking. At First State Bank, we focus on providing you the financial tools and exceptional service you need so you can focus on what really matters. Whether it's managing your business from the sidelines or making life run a little smoother with convenient and flexible financial solutions, we've got your back. Give back to business and life. We'll take care of the rest. First State Bank.
Welcome back. The Cyclones leading Pottsville 53-42. One of the best rivalries here that they don't play all the time, I guess you could say. I guess when you're this close, in proximity towns, people get into it. 1 minute left to play in the game, and here's Brodigan, a drive for Pottsville, and he lays it up and in, and a timeout called by Coach Garrett Hill. Usually see this late in the game. You get a basket call timeout. 56 seconds left. We'll take a 30-second break here. Russellville lead by 9 here after that bucket by Cade Brodigan. This is Cyclone basketball on the EAB Sports Network.
Johnny Story in with a thought from Alathus Realty. With years of experience, knowledge, and a network of relationships, they ensure you'll get the most for your house. So when it comes time to put that property on the market or begin looking for that next dream home you have, don't delay. Call Brent Preddy and the professionals at Alathus Realty Russellville, 968-5668, or check them out, russellvilleliving.com.
Welcome back. 56.8 seconds left to here in the ball game. The drive there by Brodigan, a layup, cut it to single digits. The Cyclones lead us down to 9. Russellville with 2 timeouts. The Apaches with 1. The Apaches can foul and put Russellville on the free throw line. We'll see what Coach Hill wants to do. Ball knocked out of bounds. We'll do it again. 8/10 of a second went off the clock. Maybe 6/10 or something like that. It shows 56 flat now. Williams catching it, expecting to be fouled. Double teamed instead. He'll get off to Campbell. That's the guy you don't want to foul. Olsen in the front court. He's double teamed without a dribble, and we'll see if they use timeout. Ball knocked away, gets it back, and now they call timeout. They were calling timeout, but the official was waiting for Russellville to get the basketball back because the ball had been knocked loose. And so that's what the official was waiting for. We understand that. And the Cyclones using a timeout here. We'll take a 60-second break. Russellville leads by 9. This is Cyclone basketball on the EAB Sports Network.
At Arkansas Tech, the heart of our work beats throughout the community with programs like Green and Gold Give Back, a campus-wide day of service dedicated to getting out and helping our neighbors. Last year, ATU students logged over 12,000 hours of service, a true testament to our belief of providing the full college experience with a hometown feel. Visit us at atu.edu and join us for the opportunity to be a part of something greater.
Are you working hard to feed your family on a budget? Visit Chicken Mart to get all your Crispitos, pizza sticks, restaurant quality chicken nuggets, strips, wings, and fries all in one stop, and lots of opportunity purchases that are so good they may never come back. Check out Chicken Mart in 2 convenient locations before you go grocery shopping and see what they have for your family. Chicken Mart's been serving the River Valley since 1983 and still going strong. Visit 1808 South Arkansas Avenue or 106 Weir Road in Russellville. Chicken Mart, your chicken and more store.
Welcome back. The Cyclones with a 53-44 lead. 44 seconds left to play in the game. Both teams with one timeout. Cyclones calling timeout to save possession. There are 23 seconds on the shot clock. Inbounds pass comes to Olsen near midcourt, but this time he has a dribble. Gets off to Talon Heinzman. They're chasing the basketball. They'll get a pass over to Campbell. Surprise. I don't know if they're trying to foul just not getting there in time or if they're not getting there in time. Pass deflected and intercepted by Pottsville, and then they almost threw it away in the backcourt. 28 seconds left. We did kill a few seconds, though. Russellville's lead is 9. Here's Lewis on the drive. Shot swatted away from behind by Caleb Campbell, who's upset about that turnover. He's like, you're not getting that easy a shot here. He takes this one out of bounds off the block shot. That should count as 2 block shots there with authority. Inbounds pass coming to the top, and now we have an illegal screen set by number 13, Ryder Middleton. And so it'll be a turnover. You don't shoot free throws on this, but the Cyclones will get it back with 22 seconds left. Talon Heinzman gets the inbounds pass. He's going to go on the front court. And now Stott will pass it over to Olsen. Cyclones just making them chase the basketball. Gets it back. They're going to pass the ball around. Cyclones are going to win this one here. 10 seconds left. Get it to Williams. Tell you, we don't have an all-classic team, but if we did, Zayden would have to be on it. He's gotten 29 points on night 1, 24 on night 2, and he'll end with 23 here as the Cyclones win this one over the Pottsville Apaches by a score of 53-44. They hand Pottsville their second loss on the season. Russellville goes 2-1 in this classic. We're going to take a break, come back with your post-game show as Russellville wins it here 53-44. This is Cyclone Basketball on the EAB Sports Network.
At Union Bank, we're more than a place to keep your money. We're your friends and neighbors. Sure, we've got checking and savings and digital banking with all the bells and whistles. So what really sets us apart? We know your name, not just an account number. And we're focused on serving you and our community because just like you, we call this home too. We invite you to discover the Union Way, where relationships matter. Visit us online at gounion.bank. Union Bank, member FDIC.
Why trust River Valley Tinting and Glass? Well, River Valley Tinting and Glass is a family-owned business, and they take care of their customers like family too. So remember, your local auto, residential, and commercial glass and tinting company, River Valley Tinting and Glass. Check out their work on Facebook or call 890-5839 to get an estimate. Or you could always come by 2202 East 2nd Street to see all they can do for you. From a business you can trust, River Valley Tinting and Glass.
It's John here at Huntington Learning Center in Russellville, and I'm excited to share how we're making a real difference for families right here in the River Valley. Parents are saying things to us like, my child is finally excited to learn again. Whether your student needs to catch up, stay sharp, or boost a good ACT score even higher, Huntington's personalized programs can help them thrive.
Call Huntington Learning Center at 1-800-CAN-LEARN or visit huntingtonhelps.com today.
Back at the Farmers Co-op, and Mike Apple's along with us. Mike, whenever we're thinking about the Farmers Co-op, it's that variety that people love and the great selection that they'll find at their local co-op, East Main Russellville, also in Danville.
That's true. We have all the items for the farm and ranch, but we also have lawn and garden, pet supplies, just a very wide variety of products.
The Farmers Co-op in Russellville, exit 84 off Interstate 40, East Main, Russellville, also in Danville.
The Cyclones win it by a score of 53-44. Let's run through some scores for you. Leading the Pottsville Apaches was J.C. Jones, 18 points. Get this, of his 18 points, he had 13 in the second quarter. Did not hit a field goal in the second half. All his scoring came from the free throw line in the second half. And Russellville shut him down, though, in the fourth quarter. He did not score a single point in the fourth quarter. But 18 points to lead the Apaches. 10 points for Caleb Lewis, 5 points for Cade Brodigam, 4 points for Court Johnson, and 1 point for Anthony Hoke. For the Cyclones, they were led by Zayden Williams, 23 points. All 3 games in this Classic, he toppled 20 points, 23 tonight in the victory against the Apaches. 8 points for Marcellus Olson. That's what he did last night. He matches his total against Conway, 8 points tonight. 7 points for Talon Heinzman. He was huge in the fourth quarter, all 7 of his points in the fourth quarter play. 6 points for Isaac Guillen. Great job by him. 5 points for Caden Walton and 4 points for Caleb Campbell. Your thoughts on the game?
Well, Pottsville started off hot on the three-pointer. They hit 5 in that first quarter. In that first half. They only hit 1 in the second half. They were 6 of 16, 12 of 17 from the charity stripe. Where Russellville, and you won't see this anymore, we were 2 of 4 from the three-point line. We only shot 4. They had Campbell and Williams doubled up. We were 11 of 17, though, from the charity stripe. That really helped. And Heisman came through big time, not only on defense but also on offense and driving for the basket. Campbell ended up with 8 rebounds. Isaac ended up with 7. Olsen ended up with 4 rebounds. We hit the boards, and we hit them hard, and it was just a good, tough game.
Yeah, and the Cyclones found out something because Pottsville did some things defensively that Russell had not seen. That's going to help them because now they know how to deal with that. And they picked up scoring, and it wasn't just one person that picked it up. When you look at it, in the first quarter, it was Isaac Guillen that helped out with the scoring. The second quarter, it was Caden Walton. The third quarter, obviously, Marcellus Olson. The fourth quarter, Talon Heinzman. Somebody was always there to step up when the Cyclones needed it, and they win the ball game tonight by a score of 53-44. We hope you enjoyed tonight and the last 3 nights' broadcast of Cyclone and Lady Cyclone basketball. Our next broadcast will be on Tuesday of next week as both teams will start conference play as they host Alma here at Cyclone Arena. We'll be on the air about 10 minutes till 6 with a tip-off for the girls' game at 6 and the boys' tip-off at about 7:30. I want to thank so much Stephen Berry, our engineer for tonight's broadcast, Chase Canfield, taking care of our media for the live stream for the broadcast. And thank you so much for joining us tonight. Once again, our scores: the Lady Cyclones defeat Pottsville 36-31. The Cyclone Senior Boys defeat Pottsville 53-44. For Stephen Berry, Chase Canfield, and Aaron Duval, I'm Mickey Duval saying to you good night, God bless, and thank you, Tony Basil. So long, everybody.